Dungeons and Dragons.
And junk drawer. Oh, hey, what'd it do?
What? When did you get here?
Oh, man, I was just taking a shower while also reading books.
I love to break a mental sweat as well, you know, and just...
White Goodman.
I laminate all the pages myself. It really lets me connect to the text.
What's up, guys? We are back with another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer.
Ding!
Ding! We are going to lead it off tonight, our shout-outs with the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Delgado.
Fuck. Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Josh. You know, just doing my thing. What's up? Stalling?
Doing Josh
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, just doing Josh stuff. You know, making jokes, having a very frustrating pain in my leg. So shout out to pain in your leg, right, guys?
Wow.
I really don't have any shout outs.
It's
Bad.
Yeah.
I hate all of that.
Good. Yeah, my leg just hurts, so I'm not going to do any shout outs aside from the ones that we all know and love. And we'll do it together. Actually, you know what? I want you all to do it together without me. And I'm going to orchestrate it. Okay? So
I don't want to be an accessory.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck
you,
Donovan.
Donovan.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Back to you, Pat.
Yeah, fuck you, Donovan.
Up next, with maybe more shout-outs than Josh had, Mike Spillane.
Yeah, there's really not.
My
Yeah,
arm hurts.
Follow us on Instagram at The Junk Drawer Show. And dude, you're actually not wrong. I went to the gym yesterday and my arms feel like shit.
What'd you do?
Hurt.
No, what'd you do? Like, what'd you work out?
I did a full body
Arms.
workout.
Ooh.
So biceps killed me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to be a better person. I ate good yesterday. I went to the gym. I did good things. So shout out to me for trying.
Snaps for Mike.
Hey,
Um,
that's awesome.
Genuine snaps.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's really all I have. I don't have anything cool. I don't have any gimmicky products to shout out because I have to go to war. So that's where we're at right now.
The war?
I have to go to
I have to go to war? I do this for a country, not for you.
What do you mean your country?
Love you, Curtis Connor.
Send
I
it
guess
back.
on that, yeah, I was waiting for it to come back to me.
It's like
Yeah,
a
no,
walkie-talkie.
Oh, sorry,
Over.
over.
Over and out.
I'm done.
Our relationship
Up
is
next.
what?
Up next, we have
I hate both of that.
the Dice Daddy himself,
Why did I cough?
Justin Villas.
Oh man, what up, guys? My
Hit
shout
me.
outs are gonna be eerily familiar. Shout out Roll20, thanks for being you. David Hemingway, why did you block me?
I hope he actually blocked you.
Finally blocked me. He's like, I don't know about this
He's
dude.
like, this guy's
We
fucking
talked
weird.
once through the DMs.
It's always through the DMs.
It's always I slid in there like a motherfucker, dude. Different kind of portal packs. Shout out to Roll20 Marketplace, and also I would like to shout out. It's a very old friend of the show. Haven't been a shout out in a while. I would like to shout out El Papitos Spicy Water, which is now going to be a D&D 5e supplement that I'm going to be putting in as a magic item on D&D Beyond. Is it hot sauce? Yes. Is it Tapatio? You bet your ass it is. Does it have magical properties? That's for El Papito to tell you.
Is that what your name is? You're no longer Dice Daddy or El Papito?
No, that's the guy who made the sauce. Don't be ignorant.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't be ignorant, white boy.
Get out of here.
I'm waiting for you to...
Back to you, Pat.
Great. Last but certainly not least, the man, the other myth, the better legend,
Oh, wow.
the man who
Fuck you,
just
Pat.
ate dinner, Carlos.
In the process of still eating dinner. Speaking of dinner, my shout out is gonna go to Little Caesars. Thank you for providing me substance in a time of need.
Pizza plate.
Back to you, Pat.
$5.
Great. $5.
Dude, they built one right next to my house, and shit you not, that's literally like once a week.
What's up, hot and ready?
I
That's
was gonna
cheap.
say, you
You
ever
can't
like
beat that.
come
Oh,
in with
Uber
a
Eats,
pizza?
we don't pick it up. Shoot. They
But
bring
it's
it to
right
me.
next to your
Oh,
house.
you fancy
But
trash.
it's yeah.
You just
And
like
by next
double
to
the
my house,
cost.
I mean like a mile away.
You
So you're
Yeah.
spending
trash.
$18 for a $5 pizza?
Yeah, if it means that I can stay in my PJs all day and not leave the house, hell
I
yeah.
totally get that. I pay for
It's-
convenience all the time.
It's Little Caesars, man. The employees are in there.
I am providing.
They'll throw it at you.
I am providing or helping with the economy to balance out for those that need.
Oh, a job creator.
Little
There you go.
Caesars is the UPS of pizza
Job security.
delivery.
So I will close out this crazy random night of announcements by shouting my wife out, as I often do. I would like to thank her for letting me play Imagination with you guys. I would also like to thank her for buying me this very nice reverse retro Flyers jersey as an early birthday present. So that's pretty dope of her. I would also like to shout out both of my hockey teams for winning on Friday and Sunday. That was fun. Your boys got 3 points on the season so far, so we'll see what happens.
Oh,
And
shit.
yeah, 2 goals in one game and an assist in the other. So, averaging over a point per game. I don't want to brag. And shout outs to Mike Splain again for telling us about awesome beer that I'm also going to be drinking tonight, where hopefully we don't fucking die. So, with that
need a beer
being
later.
said, whew,
Dice down whenever you're ready.
So last time we were together, it was a bit of a doozy. We had a doozy of an episode. I wouldn't say it was a gauntlet, but you guys are currently going through the shit.
but it was a gauntlet.
It was a gauntlet. Guys, remember like the final battle of Strahd and how this is nothing like that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, before you were like, Justin's not going to kill us. And now you're like, I think Justin's out to kill us. You'd be correct. Anyway, so last time we were all together, you had taken down the mighty fire giant Grunt Turkhouse with the assistance of Queen Anya. Through some exchange, you guys were able to gather some information, and I'd like to pitch it to you guys if you remember what that information was.
Mike.
Mike?
It's going- Does everyone
Senior.
want to talk about what Mike's new role and continued role in the group is?
Documentarian.
Taker.
He's
Secretary.
the historian, just like in Drama Club.
I've got some stuff, Mike. If you want
Yeah.
me to jump in,
Yeah,
you
jump
can
in
just
there,
fill
baby.
in literally
Jump in.
everything that I
Yeah.
don't have, which is most of it.
Go for it.
We learned from Turk House that Flevlog and Enja had teamed up, and they were the ones orchestrating this attack. They are not on Valoria with us currently, but they are waiting for the all clear to be able to come in and kind of break everything down to basically the ground level. They let this group come in and soften everything up, and then they come in and destroy everything. They are seeking out Surtur's sword because Flevlog is the son of Surtur, and that sword is the bringer of Ragnarok, which Thor and Loki are both well aware of what that means. The other two, no idea.
You're like, it's fine.
And that's where I ran out of information.
Yeah. So basically, if we're probably going to be in for shit, even if he doesn't get the all clear, because that's going to lead to Flevlog destroying everything.
Yeah.
And their first thing to do was to try and remove the heart, because I believe there was the heart, the head, and what was the third part?
Hand.
The hand. The heart, the head, and the hand. The heart I believe the head is Anya, correct? And the heart is Duke.
Was
and
Duke.
We'll get there.
I'll pass it over to
The
Dice
hand?
from there. The hand was
It's dirt.
Thanos.
dirt. Yes. Führer.
Also Thanos.
Josh Brolin. So,
Cable and Thanos.
Cathanos. So with this information, you had a decision to make. And Thok had a little bit more skin in the game, a little bit torn, because these are two people that you have gotten very close to. but you had made the decision that you would get to the Temple of the Storm Lord, or the Storm Lords, and attempt to rescue Duke, which, when you got to the temple of this massive dome of marble and stone, going inside, you see different Drugar were just destroying everything, and you follow the sounds of muscle tearing, bones crushing, and the guttural screams and groans of a man being crushed slowly and tortured. As the four of you came upon this very frail, I would say he's not frail, he's gaunt. A very gaunt, thin fire giant. Usually the fire giants you see are very stocky. They're more the equivalent of dwarves in the mythical realm. Fire giants and dwarves are very similar to each other. But this fire giant in particular his armor is very tight onto his body, as where you've seen others has been kind of bulky. It's this deep black metal stone, you're not entirely sure, that is lightly brushed with silver. As you had noticed with Turkhouse, he wore similar bulkier armor, but his was brushed with bronze. So you can kind of see if there's like a ranking system going on. So Igan is slightly higher, it seems, on the totem pole than Turkhouse. Regardless, it seemed like Igan was kind of playing with his food before essentially snuffing it out. You guys leapt into action with your surprise round. There were, I believe, Loki, you blinded, or you started stabbing towards Egan's eyes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Thor, you were behind him chopping, and Thok's main mission and goal was get Duke, get out. However, before Thok was able to get to the door, Igan kind of sat up, blood filled in his eyes. You see this massive gash go across the bridge of his nose, but he kind of lifts his arm out and points his finger towards the doorway through one squinted eye and smirks and says, "Oh, all of this for this little man." As you see this arcane energy come from his chest, it's like this sickly pale orange that just shoots out, and it hits both Thok and Duke. Thok, if I remember correctly, you took 66 points of damage from that. And as we found off stream, Igan had cast Disintegrate at a very high level, that he was able to push both of you, but with Disintegrate, when you get to 0 hit points, you are no longer there. And Duke was sitting at a very low number. So as we kind of go back into it, Thok, you have Duke in your arms. You feel this force, but you look down at him. His face is just viscera and grime and different bits of cartilage, but you see these two very like pale green eyes, tints of silver, kind of look at you, and you see there's this recognition, and you feel his body relax as he knows that he recognizes you, and he smirks and opens his mouth to speak before you see his body slowly starts becoming lighter and less corporeal, as eventually Duke's body and remains just kind of become dust as you're grasping at it. Now, you've experienced, obviously, death here before. You haven't experienced the death of an avatar. So as you're frantically trying to put Duke back together in what kind of similar pile that you can, this very large shroud comes over and slinks down. It's completely enveloped you in shadow. And it comes over, and you expect the Raven Queen is coming to take him home. This is what Rufio's always talked about. We go to the Shadowfell and we've got this. This isn't goodbye. And as the shroud kind of covers you, you're met with a very familiar face. Though not all there, and something I can only describe as a different dimension or astral plane, you see the scarred and charred remains of a very familiar face as Manutep looks back at you.
And he smiles. And he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, Goresh, don't be so sad. I will keep him very, very good company. You can't escape the Reaper." As you see him pull up Duke's essence from this pile of ash, and you see this very small, dingy, dimly lit ball as he kind of palms it, and it disappears, almost like he's disappearing a quarter in front of you, like a magician would do for a child. And he goes, "Valoria, we'll see each other real soon." As you see this shroud. Now, the other three of you, you don't see this. You just see Thok freeze, and you see him holding this man who was just being fucked up to shit and just dissipate in his arms. And there's a moment, Thok, that you look at this and everything just, your vision starts getting blurry. It's almost like when you're in a really intense argument and your vision goes blurry and your ears get hot. And you turn around and you just see this chuckling fire giant. And you guys can see this as well. You see Thok's arms start to glow a bit. Almost like this searing hot rage coming from his forearms. This kind of dingy purple tint to it. As you see him take his sword of wounding and light bearer, and you see the handles getting hot. You see pieces of just smelting metal starting to go down as Thok, you just start walking towards this thing. And it seems this anger is reaching up. It's almost seeking itself out in its veins. The only thing I can equivalent it to would be when you used to see Shart rage and his veins would pop and become red after accepting Grummish. As you see it fill this anger, it even changes Thok's hair color. And as he has these two smelting weapons, you just see Thok smack them together into this bastardization of what the both of them could be. As Thok, it is your turn.
Okay. I, little by little, just being filled with just rage of just seeing Duke just dissipate in my hands. I slam the weapons together and we see this gold and adamantine great sword. And the pommel, there's a shape of a moon, and right above the hilt, there's a sun, just glowing brightly. With every step that I take towards Igan, I start ripping off pieces of the armor. I don't even bother trying to take it off safely. I just rip off the chunks of the gauntlets. Shoulder pieces are off. I rip the straps off of the breastplate and just let it clatter on the ground. And as the rage starts taking over, his eyes start glowing yellow, like if there's a sun in each socket, as his hair completely changes from black to yellow, except that yellow streak in the middle turns black, and tattoos glowing. And with the new sword that he has in hand, he's just in full rage mode and just screams at Igan and moves 30 feet towards him. And that will be the end of my turn.
Go ahead. Okay. So we have Thok. It is now Thor, your turn.
From where I'm positioned, would I be able to see any of this happen, or am I just behind his leg and I can't really
I would
see
say
much?
so. If it was a normal fire giant where their fucking thighs are tree trunks,
Yeah.
no, you would have a obstructed view. However, he is a very gaunt gentleman, and he's also sitting up. It's not even like he's blocking all of you, so you're able to see to the side. You followed that finger to see where it went. You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So you're able to see Duke there, Duke not there, there's a pause, and then Thok going full fucking rage monster.
Okay. Well, this guy still killed my mother. So Thor kind of looking at Thok and kind of knowing where this is going to go. He's going to take 2 swings at him with Yarnbjorn.
Okay.
That is a lot. 27.
27 will hit.
And then I'll just roll the other one as well.
Yeah.
And that's an 18.
18 will hit as well.
Okay. So I can re-roll those. A little better. 10. 15 for the first hit.
Okay. Are you rolling extra damage because he's a giant?
Yes.
Okay, just double check.
I just didn't roll great.
It's okay.
That's way better. That's 17, and then a 22 for the second hit. So 37 total.
Okay.
And nope, I need to use that for an action. So that will be the end of my turn.
Is he still on the floor? Is he still?
Yes, he's just sitting up.
Okay. So is he up against the wall back here? Like, can I move around him?
You can slightly move around him. It would be easier to move in front of him. Let's just say.
Okay. And then, do we remember what this is? This box?
That was, I believe that was my erupting earth.
Yeah, he did erupting earth, so it's difficult terrain.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. And let's see here. It is actually Alder's turn.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm still relatively kind of hidden off to the corner, so that way I can where I was when I was casting my spells to keep my distance, and I'm going to probably actually, if he's lying prone.
Wait, Josh is gone.
I'm coming back. There was
okay.
It was just one of the weird Roll20 things. If I zoom out
Got
too
it.
far, it sends me back to the home page.
Got it. Sorry, I was just concerned. I'm like, oh no, we lost Josh. We're not playing. We're not streaming.
Oops.
But so my question is, if he's lying prone, then do I would I be attacking if it's a melee spell attack from melee range? Would that be
At advantage.
at advantage? Yeah.
I would say in most cases when they're prone, but him being about 15 feet tall.
That's a DM call. That's why I'm asking, because it's going to determine what I do. So
I'll say because he's sitting up, no. If he was
Okay.
laying flat on his back, yes.
okay, in that case, what I will do is I'm out of spells there. Right.
Oh no.
It's gonna be a yikes hard lemonade from me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right
That's
now with
most of us right now.
Then, yeah, no, what I'm going to do is I am going to cast Call Lightning on him. And I'm going to do that at 3rd level. So that's a dexterity save for him. Or sorry, it's at 4th level. My apologies.
Okay.
So that is a dexterity save that he will have to make.
Okay. He's great at deck saves when he's sitting down. Too.
I was going to say that I think that's a disadvantage, but I'm not going to.
8.
Okay, that's a fail. So.
Hey, I did it.
Oh,
Guys.
that's good. 16 plus. Oh, I jinxed it. So that's going to be 22 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
To
And you
Igan.
see his body just erupt into this electricity that you could see through his skin and through the muscle, and you just see his inner workings of his skeleton as you see this billow of smoke come out from the inside of his charring insides.
And to end my turn, I'm just going to continue staying kind of slinked behind this corner, using what's the feature? Utilizing Mask of the Wild, so that way I can kind of still hide, even though I'm in only lightly obscured. So
Okay. Anything else?
no, that'll end Alda's turn.
Okay.
And just to preface, the reason why I being the fact that I went down last time, I'm being a little bit more cautious. That's why he's kind of hiding back a little bit.
Okay. So it is Egan's turn. Fuck. Let me see if he can see what he's doing, because that's going to determine what he's going to do. Excuse me. Okay. He's not doing so hot. So you just see mounds of just blood dripping out of his eyes as, once again, he looks concerned, but he still has this stupid smirk on his fucking face. As that's gone. Oof. Okay. So
Duke did work.
he did do work. He did a lot of fucking work on him. So you see Igan, fuck. Okay. Because he can't see anything. Shit. Okay.
I did good.
Yes, you did.
We had like a historic surprise round for us as far as like across both campaigns. I don't think we've ever done that well on a surprise round
No.
before.
I mean, you guys don't normally do surprise rounds.
He's still right.
Yeah,
then.
because we're bad at them.
You're like, oops.
We have experience of not doing well.
Yeah, it was like surprise round. Shart's been super sneaky. Isn't this awesome? Nat 1.
Okay.
Memories.
Memories. So, Egan is going to breathe in, and he is going to cast a spell as he's going to shoot down. So, let me see here. I have to just see what this. I have to. God, he is such a big fucking thing. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Thor, Loki, Thok, I need you all to make a constitution saving check.
Hold on. So
Yes, darling.
when you said before that we would be able to see kind of what happened between his leg.
Well,
Correct.
he's sitting up.
Or-
You saw what happened with Thok.
Did we see it with what happened to Duke as well?
Yeah. You saw him get dusted.
Okay, then having seen that, I will cast Counterspell.
Okay, what level?
Let's do 4.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll.
Okay. So what do I have? The 10 plus the spell's level?
Mm-hmm.
And then don't you get a modifier or something too?
What does it say on the sheet?
It says
I'm gonna look it up.
3rd level or lower, spell fails. If it's 4th or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
It's 10 plus the level, so I know what the save is.
So, but
So-
with my spell casting ability, does that mean I get plus whatever my spell casting thing is?
Correct.
Wait,
Not that I'm aware of. It says DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
That's what the DC is, but
Yes, but he
it's-
rolls.
make
when
an
he
ability
rolls-
check using your spell casting ability.
There
Okay.
it is.
There you go.
Okay, so that would be
Oh, so if it's 1 through 3, it's 10 plus your spellcasting mod.
if it's 1 through 3, it's instantly negated.
Oh,
If it's 4 or
fuck.
higher, then it's
Counter-
Then he
spell's
needs
awesome.
to meet the DC with his spell mod.
So if
yeah,
he's
so it's like an
casting
attack. So think of it like it's an AC and a weapon attack. So go ahead.
That's
Okay.
dope.
okay. That is 17.
17. Okay. So you see him bull out, and you see this ashen green smoke billow out, and before it can even make its purchase by his waist, it just this is out as you were able to counterspell his spell. And
Get it, girl.
he expects the smell of sulfur and brimstone that usually comes with cloud kill. But he,
The fuck is that?
you don't want to know.
It's bad.
He smirks again, and he is gonna stand up with the half of his movement. So at least he's standing up, but he's gonna keep his back to the wall.
Put your back up off the wall.
Yeah.
Damn,
Get
come
your
on! And he goes, and he smiles, and he goes, "You do realize you've already lost?" Yes.
Doesn't mean we can't still take you down.
Yes, congratulations on taking down the blind man.
I mean, you weren't blind before we got here. You know, that was something that we did. So,
Yes. What are you waiting for? I got things to do. So
no.
it's Loki's turn.
Okay, so he's leaning up against the wall, you said?
Yep.
The back of his left foot, what does that look like? Is it just
The
a
back of
boot?
his-
Yeah. Like, what's he wearing?
I took a swing at it.
Well,
I took a swing. That was my
He
first
did.
attack. Was
he did
at
take a
his
swing
Achilles.
at one of the legs, so it is armored. So it's not going to be like an easy hit, like slice the Achilles tendon, but you can still hit it.
Yeah.
You just have to make AC.
Well, what I'd like to do then, knowing that Donna or Thor will most likely keep attacking it, is use either Ray of Frost or Chill Touch. Let's do Ray of Frost. So I'm going to do Ray of Frost at his ankle, hoping to make the armor more brittle so that Thor can just keep doing his work.
Just shatter.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that?
I rolled a 9 again, so 17. Does a 17 hit?
17 will not hit.
Damn.
It's a good thought. It was a good thought.
No, it's a great thought.
Well, I can't do really much else.
Anything else you guys want to yell at him to get him off his game, apparently?
You're a bitch.
Do you like anyone?
But do you,
Who do you have a
like
crush
anyone?
Can you read this parchment? Do you like me, YM?
Yeah, I'd like to yell
Sorry,
out, do you
God.
like
A
anyone?
giant bitch says what?
Go ahead, Thor.
I said, a giant bitch says what?
What?
Haha.
I knew it. Loki, you're stupid. I know it was supposed to be him. Hold on. Sorry. He goes and just scoffs.
You're not going anywhere. We've got to... You're going to be here as long as we want you. So get comfortable.
Oh, can't wait. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm going straight at him. I'm assuming with 30 I can make it to him.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go reckless.
It's probably smart.
I love it.
Where's my new weapon? Who dis? 19.
19 will hit.
Okay. So, ugh. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 12 damage.
Okay.
One of them is radiant, if that matters.
Which one?
One damage is radiant.
Okay. So 12.
Yeah, it's 12, and he is wounded. Each time you've wounded it, it can make a DC Constitution saving throw to end its effect on its turn. Okay, yeah, he's wounded.
Wounded at the moment. Okay.
Yep.
And then how much is it per round?
1d4 per hit.
Per hit.
So
Okay.
1d4 gets added on per every time I hit him.
So you're able to slash
Whoa.
into him, and you see into his abdomen kind of open up. You're able to get between the pieces of plate mail that he has, and you just see Thok's sword just scarlet red with this kind of almost like visceral orange plasma-y blood as Thor.
Since Thok is engaged, am I technically flanking him now?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 more swings at his Achilles, trying to at least put him on a knee.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, see if I crit. I did.
Okay.
So, first one's a natural 20. And then the second hit, see if I crit. I didn't. And the second one's a 25.
Both will hit.
Okay.
These are some
So,
Rufio dice you're about to start rolling, huh?
it's
been a while.
Hopefully.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
In a while.
For a second, I was going to tell you to smite, and I was like, oh, wait, wrong character.
Smite him.
I could do that? Flick.
What does that mean? I don't understand. Since I rolled a natural 20, he is. Hold on, where is it? I gotta find it. Do.
All these new toys, guys.
He is. I'll find it in a minute. Fuck it. Oh, that was so good. Oh no.
Baby, no.
10, 21, 26, and this is the crit, so I'll roll that again. 10, 16. So that's 42 plus 5 is 47 for the first hit.
Okay, so it was 47 for the first.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
first hit.
He is looking like he is hanging out on death's door.
Okay, so
what do you want to do is the question.
I want to. Well, should I do this first, or is it like that's going to happen? Because I'm rolling.
I would
3
say you'll be
different
able to
dice.
hack in, and you do see that his leg, you're just able to fucking sever it, and you just see this more visceral orange blood as he knocks and stumbles down, and you see him with one arm, that stupid fucking grin still on his face as he's looking down at nothing at the floor.
I want to take his foot off. If I can make it all the way through. I
Okay.
want to just completely
So-
sever it.
Are we looking to, well, if we're just looking for the leg, yeah, roll for it. And even if he hits lower than that, then 0, we'll get to it.
Because I want to bring him down to my level. I want to see his face. I want him to fall to the ground so I can get in his face.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that because I can do that. Fuck. It was the first time that bit me in the ass. That's 20 points of
Yeah.
damage.
You're able to fucking cleave through that shit. And he immediately, you just see more of this blood just bleeding out as he starts coughing. I will say, this is going to be a first for us. You did finish him, but he has gasping breaths. If you need information from him, it's almost.
So the first thing is Thor's gonna go up to him and very uncomposed, he's gonna throw Yarnbjorn into the ground
Mhm.
so it'll stick up, and he's just gonna start punching this motherfucker in the face.
Okay.
And he's just going to be through gritted teeth, essentially talking about how this monster thought he could just take his mother and that there wouldn't be penance.
Okay. And you just hear cracking and meat hitting bone. There you left.
As he's doing that, I let him get a few punches in, and then I come up beside him and lightly touch his back, so he's not too startled, but he still knows I'm there. And I say, brother, he will have his penance. But the worst penance of all is taking down his entire people. We must let him
And-
live.
Thor turns and he looks at Loki, and he looks at Thok, and he picks up Yarnbjorn out of the ground, and he gets so close. Igan is almost the only one that can hear him, and he says, "I know where you're going, and I have friends that can take me to see you. You will see me again. You will die 1,000 deaths for what you did to Frigga. Do not think I will forget your name, your face. There is nowhere you can hide. I am the king of Asgard, and I will rain all of its fury down on you." And then he lets out this kind of primal scream that is just echoed with this booming thunderclap, and he storms out of the chamber.
Bach, seeing that they are going to let him live, and not in a blind rage, because he's kind of in a more understanding of what's happening, is just going to look at him.
I don't think we're going to let him live. I think he's just holding on to life for the moment.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, when I say let him live, I mean enough that we can get information and he can send
then
the
die.
like all okay, because if he doesn't, the whole city's getting razed.
perfect. Well, this one's for Duke. And I take Eclipse and I slice off the finger that he pointed to disintegrate Duke. And I want to keep that finger.
Severs. And you're able to. Eclipse is beaming hot, and you actually cauterize the finger on its blade so it doesn't bleed out, decay. And you hear a grit.
I'm gonna just grab the finger and my hair will start slowly turning back to what it was and head over to my armor and start picking up the pieces and wait by the doorway.
So you see one, since Loki and Alder, you're both there. You see one kind of like this bloodshot, goopy eye look over at you, Alder, and go,
"And what did I do to you? So many names."
Didn't do anything. But you hurt a lot of my friends today. And by the sounds of it, you'll be paying for that for all of eternity.
and you see him, and he chuckles, and he goes,
That's the one thing you haven't realized. Your friend. I recognize that axe.
and you see this murky eye look back over at you, Loki, and he goes,
Your brother's back, eh?
Oh yes, he is back. As am I. And you know. And I walk up to his face and I caress down the side near his eye as much as I can. And you will die knowing that you are the downfall of your people.
and as you say that, very lowly, he goes,
But I know something you don't know.
Do you now? What's that then?
I don't go where you go. When I die. No. I'll make sure the lady sends her regards. And then I saw her love again.
I did not understand what you said.
okay, I'll say it again.
When I go, I'll make sure the lady knows that I got to see her blondie bear.
And you see his forehead just hit there, and he is just Nothing but just spittle, blood, saliva, and mess.
Send the
No.
all clear.
And you see him, and he puts a finger up, and you see it tear down his neck, and you see this brand almost under his collarbone start to glow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the message?
He'll know I've fallen. Yes.
I don't know what you said.
He'll know I've fallen, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess he gets a preview of what he's in for. And as that happens, or as I say that, I take my daggers and I start to cut his mouth on the sides, kind of like a Joker sort of thing. Reach back
Like
to
a
the
glass
tendons. What's that?
Like a glass glow kind of
Yeah,
smile.
like a glass glow. And I get to the muscle as well, so his jaw just drops to the floor, so he can't pull it back up. I want to tear every single tendon. And as he's still breathing, spittling, everything, I start to dig into the most pronounced tooth he has, so that I can hear his screams as I cut the tooth root from the gum.
So, as you start carving up, are you the only one who's in the room, by the way?
Oh, no, I'm here.
I'm at the
Okay, all
entrance.
they're just kind of like crouched by the side. He's doing this, and there's that wheezy kind of laugh gets kind of louder as he goes up and up more towards the temples. And eventually, when his jaw is unable to function, it's full of gurgles, screams, because obviously he's getting the fucking tooth ripped out of his mouth.
Not gently.
But also, between all of that choking and pain, he looks like he just won the fucking lottery. And there's a bit of laughter as you're going through cartilage, going through bone.
As I rip the tooth out, is he still alive at all?
Yeah.
Just barely?
And you see his tongue, and he slowly tongues the hole that's there now. As he looks over at you, his eyes are fading, but they're locked on, and he's looking. I wouldn't say they're locked on. He's kind of like looking aimlessly around the room.
Any last words?
And he looks at you, and he just simply says,
I win.
As he says that, I look back to Thok, and I just gesture over.
I walk over.
Finish him. And I touch him, and I cast haste. And I just
Like
stand
that.
back and let him do what he wants.
okay.
I do it quick. I go for the throat. Go for the head.
Smart. And you see the tendon rip, the spine cracks as all life from Igan leaves. And because, Thok, you're here, there isn't a shroud, I'll say, because it's not a major death, but it's still important nonetheless. As you see coming from with inside, it's almost like his body is jerking. Loki Alder, you don't see this. As you slowly see these little hands kind of rip out. As almost like, I would say it's almost like impish in nature. Kind of has this gray, slimy complexion. You don't know whether it's from the viscera inside of Igan or if that's just what it fucking looks like. And it has these very spindly little bat wings on its back as it kind of looks over at you in marked completely, almost like it's been carved with a knife, are different Egyptian ankhs and symbols. As you see, there's a little backpack, and you see him pull up this very small orb, similar to Duke's, not as bright, almost like it's flickering, like a flame. And he puts it in his bag, and before he
swing at him.
leaves, okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're okay.
That's I don't think it's gonna hit. Da-da-da-da-da. Come on, Eclipse. Where the hell are you? 19.
So with the 19, it goes through, and Eclipse just tings on the other side of the marble as this imp turns around and looks at you. It doesn't look like you made purchase. It's almost like you just waved it over the body. As there's a point of recognition, and you can use what's your perception?
A million.
A million babillion.
Passive or regular?
Does it matter?
Passive.
+9 or passive 19.
So you kind of see him, and you recognize that he recognizes you, and that there's this look of confusion on his face, almost like while he's been doing this job, he hasn't been seen. And you see him, and he starts to go back into the carcass of Igan. So, Thor, what have you been doing during this escapade?
Killing whatever's in the lobby.
Okay. It's a bunch of Drugar. They are very low-ranking dwarf
yeah,
people.
no, just killing them, crushing them.
Yep.
Yeah, no, full-blown rage right now.
Anakin Skywalker style.
Not that he can. Yeah,
The
no,
younglings.
no younglings are safe. Uh,
And it's satisfying. You're able to get through, like, it's fucking nothing as you're ripping through these things.
By the time they get to me, I'm probably screaming so that more come.
Yeah. And you see, like, the doors are open to this temple, and he is just bellowing. As you just see, like, it was dark outside. It is very bright outside right now. It's almost like it's daytime, as there is lightning just striking down. It's almost like that conduit that was on the top of the temple is making this entire room powered and electrified as it's going up the sides.
Who wants to stop me?
Well, after Thok killed Igan, I would have asked, what were you attacking?
There was an entity. I think I may know what it is. I think I don't. We'll talk whenever we have more time. But I think it was just taking his soul, but not where it should normally be going.
Justin, real quick, turn that down a little more. It's pretty
Okay.
loud. Yeah, perfect.
Unfortunately, I can't gauge it
That's perfect.
because I don't have my laptop headphones in.
Laptop.
He did say he would not be going where we go when we die.
Oh.
And that he's going to tell her that he saw her little blonde boy. Could he? No.
That part doesn't ring a bell
No.
to me.
As soon as that happens, I turn around and I just start kind of like tantrum walking. Like I'm stomping a little bit. I'm going kind of fast because I know Thor's
You're
out there somewhere.
absidying?
I'm absidying, yeah. So I walk out. Pitter patter. I walk out to where Thor is, and I look for him. And do I see him
Yeah,
immediately?
it's not hard to find them.
I didn't know if he was right
It's
outside.
very
like,
familiar. It's like you're like, wait, I did this. I did this first. There are Drugar everywhere. I killed them first. Always run helping me. No, but you do see him, and yes, Alder.
I was just gonna say, as he starts storming off, I'm gonna look at Thok and I'm gonna be like, I think we got follow. And I'm gonna be hastily following Loki to get to Thor. Just
So
adding that in for effect.
okay, I'll say by this time you are out of the doorway. You're in the courtyard, and it is just pouring fucking rain everywhere as you are just slicing down whatever fucking comes to you that doesn't look human at this point.
Seems right.
As I walk out the door, is it a door or just a doorway?
It was a doorway.
Okay. As we get out the door, or as I get out the door, I hear Alder following me, and I'd like to, if I can, cast what is it, Ray of Frost. I want to create just a little bit of ice to slow him down on the ground.
Okay.
Not to attack him, but to like block. If I can do
Difficult.
either difficult terrain or like a little just 3-foot wall high ice.
Or if you want to like pull a Iceman and try to put like a sheet.
Yeah, if I can do
Incredible.
that, yeah, whatever you'll let me do.
I'll do any of that.
If I can do anything for you, Daddy.
Okay, don't say that because then you're not going to be able to do anything.
I'm still into it, Daddy.
Stop. I will say you are able to. I mean, you could put like a sheet of like frost down. You could assume that they would either slip on it or I don't think it would turn into what you think it would.
No, I've got
Like,
a
it
different
would be
idea. If
like-
that's okay.
Yeah, what's your idea?
I'm going to cast Silent Image instead to make it look
Okay.
like the walls blocked up, or like it's just a bunch of rubble.
Okay. So as you kind of walk through, you cast Silent Image, and Alder, as you and Thok are moving, you. It's almost like the whatever was on top of the ceiling of the temple starts separating the two of you. Both of you can make Arcana checks.
Intelligence?
What's the
Intelligence, I think, is
It-
Arcana.
You think so?
It says physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass
Okay.
through it.
Intelligence.
A creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it's an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against my spell DC.
So you would have to.
They're going to
you
be there all
you
day.
would have to know to look for. You're like, this isn't real. But as of right now, it's stacked up against each other. So, Thok and Alder, you are inside of the temple. At this point, there isn't anything at the moment coming at you, and you're just kind of at your knees and covered in mud and blood and rain as you're just kind of breathing heavy. I'm guessing focusing on like nothing.
Oh yeah, just
Like, at
staring
one point,
at,
tunnel vision?
Just a point in the ground. Jan Bjorn is next to me, and I'm just kind of on my knees, sitting back on my heels, and just breathing heavily.
As I woke up, you stopped attacking.
Oh yeah,
He
I
did.
ran out of stuff to kill, so
Oh shit! God damn it. Okay, so I was gonna say like leave some for me. Well, then I'll say that now. So I woke up, a bunch of rage just filling my body, but as seeing that all the carnage has been done already, it starts to dissipate almost in a jealous mist. And I woke up and I say, Thor, you left none for me. You left none for me.
brother, now is not the time.
I'm not joking. I've got just as much rage inside me as you do. I need to cause some pain. I need them to feel the way I do. The way we do.
If what the monster said was true, you will get plenty of opportunity. I need my hammer.
He said something to me.
What could have crawled out of that monster's mouth that would have made anything important to you?
He said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he would tell her that he saw her blonde baby boy. And there's only one her that the two of us and he have in common. He said he's not going where we go. And if he's going to see Mum, that means she's
But
not...
she should be in. She should be at the great table. She shouldn't.
She should be. But if what he says is true, then she's not. And I have no idea why.
Where's father?
Justin, do I know?
No.
I didn't think so.
Odin has been gone for quite some time. It was most likely after some time that Talos became the God Slayer, where Odin had left on... He was always very arm's length in general. So when you're like, where are you going? He's like, out.
Getting cigarettes.
He's like, I'm getting cigarettes. He's like, I'm getting milk. And you're like, but you're lactose intolerant. Where are you going? So you haven't seen or heard from him besides... No. Usually you would hear from him via Moonin or his other raven that passes my brain.
Moonan.
Grunin. Not Grunin. Grunin's the spear.
Running.
No black-eyed peas. Hugin.
Hugin.
So Hugin or Munin would usually look after you, and then eventually when he left, Munin was kind of adopted by Helm to be, despite him being all-seeing, it was almost like giving him an extra pair of eyes. So instead of having like a 360 range, he kind of has a more telescopic, past the ethereal plane, astral plane kind of range through Munin.
You said it was Munin, and
Munin
and who else?
and Hugin.
Hugin.
Huginn, but you haven't seen Hugin in quite some time either.
Okay. I have not seen him in years. Not since after Talos became the Gold Slayer. I saw Moonin, but I haven't seen Hugin in just as long. But now, I think I might know where he went. Well, in concept, not exactly, but...
Brother, we have much to catch up on.
That we do.
But what about the Valkyrie? Aren't they supposed to be the ones bringing their spirits to Valhalla?
Dice Daddy?
So, Loki, you would know that after there have been several incursions on Asgard around the second one, you know of Flevlog. You've never seen Flevlog because fuck no, he's the son of Surtur. Why would you ever put yourself in that position? However, you do know that Flevlog personally searched out each and every Valkyrie and slayed them.
Brother. They're gone. They're gone. Every single one. Flevlog took it upon himself to seek out every single Valkyrie he could find. Every single Valkyrie that existed. And murder them. I've looked. I've scoured the land, the plains, for any that survived, any that hid away. I've not found one. Not a single one. And saying that, Loki just collapses, sitting next to Thor in sort of a crisscross. Similar to his meditative position, but no meditation's going on. He's slumped over. He feels defeated.
Yeah. So, as we kind of pause with I want to take it back to Alder and Thok. What are you guys doing during this interaction?
Kind of looking at. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, if they're not far, do we hear them at all?
I would say between the rain, it would be very hard or difficult to hear them.
Okay.
But like we hear like mumblings, just can't really make out what it is.
Yeah, I would say to that extent.
And I'll look to Thok. I'll be like, I guess they got out before the wall caved in over here. I guess we should try and take a look at it, see if we could dig ourselves out. It can't be that bad, right?
No, it shouldn't be too bad. And I'll go with Alder and start trying to dig our way out.
Okay. So it's as you get up to the wall and you put your hand up to move the first rock, your hands just go right through it. And you're like elbow deep past the rock, and you can feel wet and rain just dripping on and splashing onto your arms as you just look over at Alder. And Alder just deflated.
And I'm just gonna be like, never seen a rock like this before.
A phantom rock, I guess.
And then I'm just gonna like and walk through the rock.
You walk through the rock and you're immediately hit with rain. You feel the cool rain hitting onto your scalp as you're like open
And
one eye.
Do I see Thok's hand?
You see Thok's hands like this.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab him by the hand and give him a quick yank.
Okay. And you guys yank through.
As they go through, Loki can
consent.
feel it. So I kind of motion to Thor and say, "They're coming."
They are coming.
We will find out where Mother is. I give you my word, brother.
Aye. Got a lot on our plate, don't we, brother?
It seems like more every day. And the words he's thinking of Frigga, and but the words that came out of his mouth that he has been replaying in his mind since there's been things to stop killing are I'm the king of Asgard. Something he never thought he would say, and that's just kind of replaying in his mind. Okay, and while you guys start to reconvene, Alder, I need you to make a wisdom save.
It would help if I didn't have the Twitch chat up and instead I'm here. Oh, that's bad.
Negative
no,
20.
baby.
Oh, baby, no.
13.
13. One moment. Okay, that's much higher than 13. Okay, so you feel this kind of... It almost feels like you're being watched, and you feel
Is it the-
uncomfortable.
Is it the feeling that I had on the boat?
It's familiar.
And are we just kind of all together resting at this point?
I would say the two of them are sitting down. Thok, I'm not sure what you're doing. I'm assuming.
Still got his arms in rocks.
No, I'm assuming like your arms are crossed and you're kind of like looking down and you're reflecting on what happened regarding Duke. And Alder, no one's paying attention to you at the moment, so you're like, what the fuck is watching me?
Yeah, it's literally just like a...
And you just see Alder do like a 360 looking around.
And like kind of obviously I made an obnoxious fool of myself turning around, and if no one's acknowledged it, I'm just gonna kind of be at this point under my breath, and I'll be like, "Why are you doing this?"
Okay. And we still got time. So what are you guys doing? But Alder, you are gonna have that feeling for at least a good 10 minutes.
Are we taking a rest here? What's going on? What's happening?
I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna. No, we should go reconvene with. Okay, we should probably role play this.
Like a role playing game.
We just
Something
did
like
it. We
that.
did all of it. It's done.
We've won D&D.
Win the day.
I'd like to roll the
So-
win.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. A million?
Natural 1.
I needed a billion.
Shit.
Oh.
Falco will just be like, "Are y'all just sitting on the floor, or are we moving?"
No, we should reconvene with Queen Anya and make sure the remaining people in the city are safe. But we don't have to get there as fast as we got here. So can we take a short rest, but just literally like a brisk walk? Like it's literally just walking in a
So-
direction.
There's still carnage going around in the city, so I would think a brisk walk might be out of the question. But
Okay.
I mean, if you want to take a hot 30 of sitting in the, no one's coming towards her anymore.
Oh no, I've made
So,
sure of that.
You could take a nice hot 30 in the.
So, knowing this
temple
new
court.
information, Thor will say, I don't think anyone's going to come here. So, if we want to rest up and kind of heal, lick our wounds, wouldn't be a bad time to do that. And then meet back up with Queen Anya.
Is there anybody under half hit points?
No,
Because it's just me.
I'm not.
No, I'm okay.
Then I'm fine with 9. Like, I can always channel divinity myself, and
I mean, I would benefit from it just in
Okay.
a sense of I would get some things back.
Sure.
So, I'm
as
down
long
to.
as I'm not the only one.
So what are you guys
I would
doing for
roll
30
some
minutes? Because
hit
this
dice.
is a good time to also do an information dump if you need to with each other.
Donna is going to try and slow his heart rate. He hasn't been that angry in a very long time.
I cast calm emotions. Oh no, I don't have it prepared. Never mind, just kidding.
So Donna tries to slow his heart rate. He hasn't been that angry in a long time. And he just kind of thinks about Sif and the lilacs that Frigga planted on the outside of his window on their wedding day. And he's just trying to find some inner peace because he knows that this isn't over.
Loki has not moved. I'm not sure if the rest of the party has gone back in yet.
Oh, and he's laying in the rain.
Okay.
Thor gives no fucks.
Yeah. So Loki is also just sitting there, still slumped over, trying to regain some mental composure that he feels he's lost, as he's remembering the events that just happened, and he keeps getting flashes of the initial sighting of Igan, the blood that spewed out of his eyes when he first stabbed him, the disintegration of Duke ripping his tooth out, just everything that's happened. And it all culminates to just seeing Thor sitting exhausted, surrounded by corpses. And he finally sits up. Still looks as if he's almost sick. Not nauseous, but weakened and just in a woozy sort of state. And he doesn't say anything, and he gets up and he goes back into the temple to find Igan. And as he walks up, he appreciates how large the giants are, how strong they are. Trying to replace his pure rage with some twisted sort of admiration. And he walks up. As he gets up to the face, he's going toward the tattoo or the carving or whatever it is on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't contain the rage enough. So he takes out his dagger, and as he's walking across the face toward the clavicle, he's just stabbing. So just like every step is like stab, 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 stab.
Okay.
Knowing it's not doing anything, but it makes him feel better. And when he finally gets to... Is it a burn, a scar? What is it?
It looks like... go ahead and roll a Arcana check for me.
Oh, 11.
11, you can see that it is runic in nature. It does seem to be a kind of brand, but you're not familiar with Fire Giant.
Take it.
Oh, that's the plan. He not knowing what it is, he pulls out his book that he's been journaling in, pretending was his wizard book, and uses the blood from Igan's face to draw the runic symbol on a fresh page.
Okay. And as you do, it almost like you smell this char as you're able to kind of go in. There's a hiss. It hasn't broken through the page, but when you turn the page, you see that it's slightly singed on the other side.
Seeing that, he then goes to where the symbol is again. I only got 11, so I probably wouldn't think of anything. I don't know. My Josh's thought is, I'm afraid to touch it. Well, it burned the page, right?
It's almost like you rolled, though.
Yeah, but then a new thing happened.
Yeah?
Based on it burning the back of the page.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna just touch it lightly with my dagger to see if it's hot.
Doesn't seem to scorch the metal or make the tip glow orange or anything like that.
Okay. Then I begin to carve it out of his skin.
Okay. And you guys hear this squelching as it's almost like a sawing motion as this piece of flesh is being mutilated. While he's doing that, Alder, with eyes on you, what are you doing?
I'm just, I'm assuming I'm sitting next to Thor and Thok as we're kind of just taking a moment to unwind because I rolled hit dice from my short rest as well to heal myself up and regain a wild shape. And I'll just be like, I know we got bigger fish to fry right now, but you ever have a feeling in the back of your head where you 100% know someone's watching you?
And Thor kind of rolls his head over to look at Alder. You know someone's watching you?
I can feel their eyes on me, but they're not here.
That sounds like a Loki question. Do you know he once transformed into a snake? And he knows I love snakes. Go on.
A snake.
And I picked up the snake to admire it. Then he went, ah! And stabbed me. We were 8.
And Talos laughed.
Seems like he was a real bastard to you at times.
It's been give and take for most of our lives, so I can't blame him.
Yeah, we're going to have to address the whole God brother thing at some point, but I know that we really don't have time for that, so... That and also the magical rocks. I just don't even know what's going on right now. Today's been a day.
When I start cleaning Eclipse.
And Thor looks at, is watching Thok do this, but talks to Alder, and he says, Alder, if you're going to be in a party, in a group with gods, you better get very comfortable with seeing things you've never seen before.
I get that. I do. However, to be fair, when I signed up for this, you didn't know you were a god. We didn't know he was a god. I just thought we were pals breaking out of prison, having a good time, figuring out what life is like. Like we were going to go get some orange frappuccinos or something and maybe get into a gasoline fight, have a good time. But
And then someone smokes a cigarette, and then we all die.
kind of feels like that right now, doesn't it? But yeah, now I'm hanging out with gods. I'm being watched. I'll be completely honest, this is the second time that it happened, but the first time that it happened was like literally the day before all of this started to happen. I know it I've never done the spell personally, so I don't know, but I know we talked about Thok scrying on someone, and it feels like it could be that, but I don't know for certain. And based on our travel timeline, I'm hopeful that it's just my mother checking in on me because Aya would have made it to her by now. But whatever's watching me can't communicate with me. So I have no clue what it is. So I'm just a little bit weirded out because obviously a lot of crazy shit's happened in like the past 36 to 48 hours. And yeah, what a time to be alive.
Welcome to Vindrin's Valor, Aldo.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Thor's gonna kind of just pat him on the shoulder and go over to Thok and say, and kind of gesture to the sword and be like, well, what is this?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just had this overwhelming urge to just take Lightbringer and the Great Sword and just slam them together. I can't
Now-
really explain it.
does that only work with metal, or could you fix my staff now?
I mean, I could always have fixed your staff. I have mending, don't I?
That's no, I tried that. It's not strong enough to do anything. Because it's
Then-
at like 60%, and I need it to go. I think especially now, I need it to go full power.
Yeah, no.
Aldo, I
So
think
we-
if we can find Moradin, if we can get to Moradin, which I think we probably will need to do sooner rather than later, I think he can fix your staff, or at least point us in the direction of someone who can.
Oh, it's
So-
good. What's a Moradin?
Thok, roll a religion check. Loki, you already know who this person is. Thok, roll your check.
I don't think I'm there though. Aren't they in the rain?
You are not, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm in the ring.
Then never mind. Thok, roll your religion check.
18.
Okay. Through your 18 and through your travel with Duke, you know that Moradin is the god of the forge. That most dwarves worship Moradin. It's almost thought as Moradin as this big archaic god dwarf. And you know that he builds different weapons. He's assisted in different forging.
Maybe if/when we find him, I can ask him about this too and gesture at Eclipse.
Oh, we don't have to find him. I know where he is. We just have to get there. That's the hard part.
So again, what's a Moradin?
Oh, it's another god. It's another god.
And I show him Yanjong,
okay.
and I go over to like the closest boulder, and I swing it and try and essentially cut this boulder or rock or whatever in half.
Cuts through like it's nothing.
This axe was made by Moradin. He is the finest purveyor of magical weaponry and forged items this side of anywhere. So, when I tell you that he might be able to point us in a direction, he might be able to point us in a direction.
Yeah, I got that. Okay, cool, good, thanks. I'm learning.
Yeah, I've learned not to question the gods too often anymore. I tend to just
We
go
appreciate that.
with the flow. Yeah, y'all confuse me. Y'all confuse me. Mine does not as much anymore. Even though, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking.
So, I
As
would
you-
assume at this point Loki's kind of making his way back out.
No, he's sitting in front of Igan. He's now that he doesn't have to meditate on the daily, he's finding that he still needs to meditate, or he still wants to meditate, but it's not limited to crafting
Disguising
his
yourself.
disguise. So he's taking this time to meditate in front of Igan, take all the chaotic rage that he feels, all the hurt, all the pain, and channeling it into a shape. And he's trying to find out what shape that will take, in hopes that that will guide him to what he needs to do next.
And as you're meditating and peering and guiding, you just see Egan's lovely face. Not looking at you, but looking at you, eyes glazed over, and you just see the grin both you carved and the one that he had on his face via rigor mortis that will be setting in fairly soon.
Thor's going to come up behind Loki and put his hand on his shoulder. Very similar to how Loki did with him. Just enough to know he's there, but not to startle or frighten him. Brother, I know you value your alone time, but to make sure this place doesn't end up like Asgard, we should probably get moving and help with fighting back the Drugar and any other remaining giants there are.
It doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
All of it. We can't do it. And I take out the brand that I carved off his clavicle. Not Igan. Who's
Okay.
calling
Enja?
Flevlog? Flevlog?
Flevlog.
Flevlog.
Do you want me to spell it?
Flevlog?
Mhm.
Okay. Flevlog's coming. The symbol was not sent. There was no all clear. Flevlog will come here, raise the entire city, and do what he does, and go on to the next one, until he kills the heart. Well, he's killed the heart, till he kills the head and the hand.
Well, then I guess it's up to us to stop him from killing the head and the hand.
I don't like this. I don't like not feeling like I know what to do. I thought we could get here, get him to send the symbol, and do some sort of ambush, save the heart, I don't know, something. But here we are, and I'm just sitting here in front of a dead corpse that I wish I could reanimate just to kill again. And I don't know what we can do. We're not strong enough, brother. I came to you because I'm not strong enough, and now, after seeing this, after seeing us take him down with a laugh on his face and a smile in his heart, what can we do? And his hand drops, and he just sits there.
We can get as close as we can to getting back to where we were. I just told them we need to go see Moradin. If we can get there and he can equip and outfit us, I would say we've got more than a snowball's chance. I've got a belt somewhere that Sif had, which is another thing we need to talk about. But I had a belt that could make me even more powerful than I currently am. And if I get my hammer, maybe Moradin can make us some armor or other items. You know, give us a chance. Not willing to sit in this temple that's designed to worship us and let these people die here.
Oh,
This place will not fall like Asgard did. I'm here. You didn't have me last time.
And then what, brother? After we slay all the fire giants, then what are we to do? You're in charge and you become a foci for other giants, other villains to come and kill you, take over what new Asgard? I don't know. It doesn't end. You know as well as I do, you've been around forever. History may not repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. And I hate this poem. I detest it.
Loki, I understand. But coming from someone who just spent hundreds of years locked away in an alternate dimension, kind of just alone, this beats the alternative.
The alternative of being here, surrounded by people, yet still being alone?
You're not alone. You'll never be alone again. As long as I live, you'll never be alone again.
And Loki takes a breath and stands up and says, I hope you're right, brother.
And
And
Thor
it-
smiles and throws his arm around Loki.
I'm sure you're happy to see it, but I'm at a loss for words.
Happy isn't a word I would use to describe my current feeling, but
Giddy.
we've got a lot of work to do, and I may need your help convincing a queen to give me back what's rightfully mine.
Are you against coercion?
I'd like to do it as above board as I can.
Oh, of course, of course. I would charm her, I would not restrain her. That would be non-chivalrous. And as
Silver
Loki
tongue.
talks, he's starting to bring back his jovial, almost over-the-top joking persona.
Silver tongue, brother. Silver tongue.
Nah.
And Thor kind of walks them out as they need to head towards Queen Anya and try and recoup with everyone.
So, as you guys are kind of talking, and Alder, you and Doc are outside, I will say all of you gain the benefit of a short rest. If you need to, roll dice for that. If you haven't already done, please do so. So, Thok, as you're kind of sitting and pondering, you see at the far end of the entrance is a very familiar figure. They're not being affected by the rain. As you see a very exasperated Manu looking at you. And he's saying something, but between the rain and you just kind of feeling numb, you're not exactly picking up on anything until he's maybe 10 yards away. And he's like, I can't, you've been here this whole time and you've just been sitting, and you're sitting. Why are you pointing at your head?
Because you can talk straight into my head. Why are you actually using your voice? Just
I've been trying to talk into your head, you thick-headed. If I could penetrate that brain and make more than 3 brain cells. And you see this vein. What are you doing? Where are you? What is this? Did you get the heart?
No, the heart is the heart's gone.
And he puts you see this frustration, and he's still frustrated, but you can tell it's kind of like when your mom is like mad at you, but she can't be mad at you because you did something out of like just pure like naivete or just sadness, and just puts his hand on your shoulder and just goes, it is catching up now in my head. Lag is new for memories. And you see him and he just reads your eyes and he goes, I am so sorry.
It is okay. It's part of life is that. So since you're already like fiddling around in there, when you get to the point of something crawling out of Igan and it's like an impish looking thing with symbols on it and jazz and whatnot, let me know if you recognize it. You'll get there. Give it a couple minutes.
What about the big thing? The thing. Did you not see my body talk to you? And then take your friend?
Yeah, that's it.
Alder, you're right next to him while he is saying this to Thok.
No, I saw it.
And you're not putting two and two together. There it is. Thok, you were a cleric of Anubis, and you didn't recognize any like Egyptian runes or arcs.
I did. Like I saw it on the like imp thing. Like that was a part of me that I try to leave behind.
And he puts his hands like by your collarbone, and he just exasperated goes, "I'm so frustrated with you, and I can't be mad at you because something shitty happened to you, but I have something that may slightly make it better. But also, we have to walk and move. We're gonna have to do like a like if we weren't going east, it would be like a west thing, like walking and talking. We'd be doing a west walk and talk."
All right.
It looked like you guys were gonna kiss for a second.
I can't kiss anyone. Thank you for reminding me.
I mean, if you can grab
You know what?
me.
You can kiss something for me. My ass. And he starts walking out of the courtyard.
All right. So, what is this good news?
So you're following him, and as you guys kind of make the left, Alder, I'm assuming you're behind them. This is during the Thor Loki conversation. As you turn around, you are met with. They're drenched. They're looking mildly annoyed. As you see your first mate, Sue, looking back at you. She's a little banged up, a little like fucked up, and she just makes eye contact with you. And she looks relieved.
I look on the ground to see if I can see any flowers anywhere. And if I do, I'm going to pick them off the ground.
Okay, as you start going down, Thok, tell me, does a...
Oh, I'm not wearing armor. I'm pretty sure it'll hit.
You're not wearing your armor. Does
No,
a
not yet.
16 hit?
Oh, yeah.
So as you're looking down, you're like, flowers. You feel a connection under your jaw. You hear something click as you are uppercutted by Sue. As your head goes up and you feel iron in your mouth, and you see her, and Alder, you immediately just see this very like, I would say she's like somewhere between 5'7" to 5'8". Oh, thank you. She's not like incredibly lean. There's some like muscle to her. She's covered in this different kind of like pirate garb, coat, obviously to keep her herself dry. There is this massive trident on her back, and she immediately looks at Thok, smiles warmly, and then just uppercuts the fuck out of him.
Has Thok told us stories of Sue before?
That's
And
a good
has
question.
I've described them before. Like, I've told you that she's a Triton, and I've told you that...
You've told us what that is, so we
yeah.
haven't seen a Triton before. Second question. I know that in the past you've mentioned in messages that you were going to give her flowers when you saw her. Mm-hmm. I remember you've said that. Would any time that you've said that been in front of me?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In that case, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to recognize her. I'm not going to be hostile. I'm just going to quickly walk up after he gets punched, and I'm just going to wait for him to like turn, like, ouch, like I deserve that. And I'm going to druid craft a bouquet and hand it to him and be like, gotcha. And
Fucking
and I'm gonna like
Alder Wingman. He's like, do you
Have you met Doc?
invitations?
He's gay.
Alder like slides them to me, and I'm gonna like magician pull them out of my armpit and be like, ta-da! Your flowers. That was a good punch, by the way.
And Sue looks at you, and she immediately just hugs you.
You don't get mushy on me now.
I just uppercutted you.
I know I could still taste. I
Fuck,
think
you're
you
rude.
chipped. You chipped.
Shut up.
You look
Missed
good.
you.
I miss you too.
And this is kind of like I'm gonna make a Hocus Pocus reference, and Manu's like, and just kind of like arms towards the inner city of the area, and he's like, we have to like, this is great. Remember when I said the West Walk thing? Let's do that.
Oh yeah.
How's that? Let's walk.
We were
Let's go,
planning to
because
walk and talk.
I'm pretty sure I have been tailing Valdana this entire time, and I've lost her somewhere during the midst of chaos. I forgot that I wasn't corporeal, and I thought I was going to be run over by a giant, so that was neat. I saw destruction of several different buildings, and I ended up with the guy in the gold and his platoon, and most of the platoon being gutted out, and mostly just the gold guy left.
I was gonna say, how's the guy in the gold?
Alive, I think. I'm not here now.
That's what.
I'm here. I'm not there. I was told to get you.
By who?
The guy in the gold.
Oh.
Do you breathe manually?
No, I breathe through my nose.
Oh no. Oh. He's like,
I'm hearing that. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shout towards the temple, and I'll be like, Thor, Loki, think we gotta pack up.
Can we hear that? With
I
the
mean,
rain.
he
and-
would be able to bellow.
I said I'm gonna walk into the temple and
Walks
because
in.
we're right next to it. I'm just gonna get over there and give a quick shout. It should echo nicely.
Yeah.
It's a temple, good acoustics.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing but wet as you stick your head into this cold temple. Yeah, all there says to go.
And then while while that's all happening, while I'm waiting for them to come, and while while Thok is talking to Manu and Sue, I'm literally just assuming that the scrying hasn't worn off yet, and I'll be like, can't watch me while I'm fighting off a fucking fire giant, but yeah, here we go. Just watch me yell for my friends. Like,
That's a Star Trek.
don't even get to see anything cool. All right, I'm gonna make food for my friends so that way we can have some protein while we get to the next fight.
Because we're going to have the equivalent of orange slices.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of put together a little bit of like fruit for everybody, so that way we kind of have an energy snack.
An
Really
energy,
wholesome.
energy
That's really
bug.
cute. I enjoyed that a lot.
It's a
So-
P3 protein pack, actually. It's
Oh shit! Round 3, P3.
Are these
Yep.
almonds?
Hearing Alder call for us, Loki will turn to Thor and say, "Well, brother, I guess it's time to spin the wheel yet again. You ready?
I'm ready.
Also, check out this cool frisbee I got." And I hold up the piece of skin that I carved off his neck. Like, if you go long, I'll throw it.
Oh my god. You think you can make it?
Oh, definitely. I've been practicing since you've been gone.
Thor's gonna just start running in the other direction.
All right, keep
Alder,
going.
you're there. Alder, you're here. You're witnessing whatever the fuck's happening right now.
Keep going, Thor. Keep going.
I'm going.
And then he doesn't
Keep
throw
going.
it. Fucking idiot. And he just starts walking out. But he says fucking idiot with a smile on his face. Like, I love this fucking idiot.
But I'll never tell him.
Yeah, he'll never hear it from me.
He'll not
never
hear
know.
it from me.
Thor, very upset. But he looks at the sky and his eyes blew over, and for a 20-foot radius, it stops raining.
And okay, as you're booking
Centered
it,
on me.
Yeah.
So.
I'm assuming as you move forward.
Mhm.
So there's like a brisk, I wouldn't say like a walk, it's like between a jog and a fast walk. Because, endurance. as Thok and Sue are leading this. The two of you have no idea who this person is that just has this giant trident on their back, and you just see them, Thok in the middle, and you see a very dry Manu, very exasperated looking, and he's just ranting at Thok.
As he's doing that, like, by the way, I'm gonna go to her and be like, "Oh, tsunami wave. This is Manu Hotep, tsunami wave. This is long story, but continue."
Yes, we had pleasantries earlier. Didn't get his whole life story, but I don't feel like that's the time right now, Thok.
You're not wrong.
No, I'm not. Usually not.
God 1 and God 2 back there. So cool.
And you just see like this hand of this this Triton just kind of go up and wave.
Hi. Thor.
And
Hello,
Sue.
Loki.
Okay, so you have Thor and Loki on your side, and you look fucked to shit. What happened?
Fire giant.
He got
Yeah,
fucked to shit.
You can stop. No offense, guys, but you can stop that. As you guys are walking through, you just see like another fire giant just bulldoze through something. Just keep moving.
Yup. Where's the rest of the crew?
You told us to do civilian duty, so they are currently at the docks getting rid of any civilians that might be able to get. We're trying to hold off. Can we talk about the Wandering Rose and why Captain Creed is not trying to kill us right now?
Yeah, the same way that you were talking about his life story being something that we can talk about later. I'll explain that later. Too.
They grunted. I heard.
Let's just say we may or may not be paying her.
What?
It was either that or my death. Sorry.
I
Deal with
take
that.
the death. You've already done it twice.
Oh my god, yes, but third time's a charm, and I don't feel like staying dead this time or coming back again. So, anyways, again, long story short, she's on our side for now until I piss her off again. Yeah,
give it a
It
week.
seems like a matter of time, you know. It's just not.
you're not wrong.
I can help you piss her off again.
No, you know what? Wait. Do we know anything about you and her by any chance?
I
Oh,
have
we know
not.
that's
mean-
nothing.
I've not said anything, but I would
It's implied.
presume you know that I spend most nights in her cabin.
I'll just be like, she seems happier with you, so if anything, I'll just stay close to you.
Yeah,
often.
no. Okay, so I like watching. I don't like being watched. So you can stay close, but close your eyes. Now, if you hear it, that's a gray area.
Is that what's happening?
You must be really fun at slumber parties.
I feel like
Oh,
he just
I
puts
am.
his hands in warm water. And Manu looks over at Thor to confirm. Yeah, Thor's definitely peed himself before.
Oh,
Asleep.
yeah. I didn't even have to do anything. He just peed himself until he was 100.
And we just kind of all look at Thor like, really?
No. Shut up.
I had a hard time. Okay, I was afraid of storms for like a long time. No,
Ironic.
it's not fucking true, you idiot.
Loki nods his head like, yeah, it's fucking true.
Insight check.
You're trying to be rude.
Okay, roll an insight check as you guys are fucking making your way downtown. Literally.
Walking fast,
Faces
Faces
pass.
past.
and we're home. No,
You're fucking
Anya bound.
upper city new money bound.
Uptown girl.
19.
Gonna get that uptown girl. Anya.
21.
19.
101. Okay. Are you lying?
no, not lying.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It was till 99, not 100.
yeah.
96. No.
99.
Oh,
no.
nah, brother.
And sometimes I just miss the feeling of rubber underwear.
It makes me feel like
It's
a superhero.
It saves me.
And it doesn't conduct electricity, so therefore it's good for my rashes.
Lots of gold bound.
So yeah, I guess we are walking towards Anya or wherever. So where are we going? Just out of curiosity. Where are
Well,
you leading us?
well, considering half of the platoon is down, there's an incursion. It seems that there's something flying in the sky and stabbing people through the chart. Thought we might be up for the task, no?
Flying through the sky and stabbing people through the heart.
A
What does it
creature?
look like?
It's not a dragon. I know it's not because I'd be dead.
Okay, so
That's
that
good.
barely narrows it down.
How many dragons do you know?
I mean, do you want us to count them out? Or
Yes.
Too many.
It doesn't matter. You said it's not a dragon.
You said
What
it
is
wasn't
it
a
then?
dragon, so.
And Sue kind of looks at you and goes, "Not a dragon.
Okay, what color is it?
What is it stabbing people with through the heart? Is it like it's
It looks like its
claws
tail."
Or
And Sue looks over at Thok and goes, "You didn't tell me the kid could fucking fight, but he's managing himself by himself. But
Well, I haven't
told me to
seen
get
the
here."
I haven't seen the kid in 7 years until just recently. Like, I didn't know what his position was either until now.
You are awful at communicating.
who's
I mean,
the kid?
So the captain of the guard
Mm-hmm.
Captain of the
Is-
Queen's Guard.
of the Queen's Guard is Do I know Dirt's last name? Fear.
Führer
Mein Führer.
Greer.
Greer. We
So it'd be
traveled.
like Captain Greer.
We traveled together many years ago, back when he was a kid. He's the hand.
And Sue looks at you guys. He didn't tell you about the vampire?
Vampire.
Vampire.
The thing that he wouldn't shut up about. You didn't shut up about it for 3 years.
Yeah, I know, but again, I may or may not have.
No one knows that it's real. All I know is that it's a fever dream.
All you know is what?
All I can think of is it's possibly a fever dream. But I need you to shut up now because we need to sneak up.
Okay, you keep telling me to tell him about my life story, and now you're telling me to shut up.
Time and place. Time and place. Time and place.
Okay, walk and talk. Walk and talk.
So eventually, you guys get from the debris of the lower class section. It looked like it was just humble, like farmers, potters, the occasional blacksmith. Just everything is just eviscerated and leveled down. There are bodies in the streets of Drugar, casualties. Some of them are women and children, people who couldn't get to the docks in time. Eventually, you're able to move through that, and the Midtown is more of the same. Different shops. You could see that there were different shopping centers and stands. You see something that remains that says something like Darkles on it. That's also just destroyed. And eventually, you get to the upper district. This is kind of where the guard would stay, and people of like noble guests are noteworthy. And it is just getting eviscerated, and you see these things flying in the sky, coming down, going back up, and you hear a small battle ensuing as let's see here, if everyone would like to make a animal check, see if you, or nature check, see if you know what the hell these things are in the sky.
Hey,
Did we lose Mike?
Yeah, we lost him. Also, as we're
I'm
walking
here.
by, I would have, looking around, seeing all the carnage, it would have reminded me of Asgard. Seeing all the women, children, just people who could not make it out. As we walk by, and quickly as to not slow the group, I would, find a nearby piece of linen or something just to cover their bodies, cover their face. And if none of that's around, I would take bits of silver and put it on top of their eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's Greek, but that's
You're
fine.
able to kind of like, almost like you're a palming a coin like a magician, and you're resting these. While you're also walking, Thok, you are seeing more of these imps. And they are, it's almost like they're feeding off of these bodies as you see some shoot from the sky, some crawl out of the corpses. As Manu also looks equally disturbed as he's looking around, and he goes, "You're seeing that too, right?"
Yep. So they
And
I'm
just by
assuming they
chance.
look-
And he looks over at Sue. Are you seeing anything with the little bat people? To which
Uh-huh.
Sue looks like he has 5 heads.
I'm assuming you don't see it. Don't worry.
So as the 5 of you, 6 of you, make your way up to. Oh god damn it! I have so many fucking NPCs.
And I'm Wizard Steve.
No.
Let's get everybody to meet in one place.
Wow, it's just like the end of Barovia. It's not.
Justin does all the heavy lifting.
Ew, everything's a heavy lift. So eventually you guys get up to the upper district and there are different alleyways and you see these massive things come down. You guys did nature checks, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What did you get, Fuck?
7.
All right,
I've
cool.
been talk.
And I've been Fuck.
I got a 12.
-1.
12. Alder.
Nature boy.
I got a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Nature boy.
baby. Ooh, it's my favorite Team Titan.
I'm gonna get you a
Nature
nice
boy.
bowl of pine cones in the morning.
I was like, I don't
Burn
need
those
pine
pine
cones.
cones.
You're looking and you know some things that you were, I would say to the extent, homeschooled. You were schooled by your mother. Your father really didn't have time
Nerd.
for you. But when you were a kid, your favorite kind of like, because you love nature so much, you liked zoology and you enjoyed different kind of animals. But things that fascinated you the most were mythical beasts to an extent. I mean, kids love dinosaurs. And you
Yeah.
recognize these things almost immediately. They're not dragons. There's something. They're cousins to great dragons. They have 2 scaly legs, large leathery wings, but it seems like they have their hands outside of the tips of the wings. As you see, yes. 2 wyverns, and it looks like they have saddles on the back, as there are 2 Drugar. You see one that kind of careens down and lights down. And the 6 of you see clad in all gold. It's almost like they're shining, like they're this light, this beacon of light, just gets smacked with this fucking tail as you see Captain Fear go through a building and out the other end.
Dragon Ball Z.
Kind of.
We'll be back next week.
That looked
All
like it hurt him.
We should probably kill those things, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
probably.
what we have to do.
Cool. All right, let's go.
And I'm going to, before we start doing anything, I'm going to throw down some holly berries and cast conjure woodland beings, and I'm going to bring up my Degeneration X, and
You motherfucker.
You mother.
Give me that sweet, sweet X. You know I'm a sucker for Degeneration X.
yeah. So I'm going to cast conjure woodland beings and bring up the satyrs to fight along with us.
Okay. I apologize. I don't have any of the satyrs up yet because I need to start being prepared for that.
It's fine.
Dick bags.
So
And you see this wyvern crash down and land on top of this building that Captain Fear went through. As you hear in the helmet,
oh, okay.
as you see him slowly getting up. I would say Loki, Thor, if you want to make religion checks, you can.
Is dirt within 30 feet of me?
I'll say you guys are in this alleyway here, so it really depends on
13.
13.
27.
So I believe you would be okay. I believe it was you guys up here, and then it was like Alder, and then Loki, Thor. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You should have manipulation of your characters.
Yes.
You can check
Nope.
to see if it's 30 feet.
No, it's not.
And with your 13, Thor, you're like, who's
It's a
the
gold guy. He's in gold.
Gold's man. Loki, being a little bit more worldly and not being in a pocket dimension for 9 centuries, you recognize the symbols adorned in this armor as the marks of Lathander. And Lathander is a newer god. He's known for kind of rebirth, redemption, and he doesn't choose a champion often. He's a very hands-off kind of god. But this guy is just fucking adored in armor. And you see, ow, as I'm going to say before we get to, I'm going to guess another surprise round. Captain Fear is going to touch his chest, and his armor is immediately just going to be cast and fallen off of him. And under him is kind of like this, what I can describe as almost like the Tony Stark onesie undersuit, where it's just this gold-studded leather that just kind of runs down. It looks a lot more fucking flexible than what was in the armor. The helmet's gone. It looks like it kind of comes up. It supports his neck, and it reaches up to his cheeks and his face. And he looks up, and you can see like there's a cut above the bridge of his nose. He's had this constant like scar that just opens up constantly. As you see him, and he looks over at his waist, and he takes out his handle, and you just see this massive beam of light come out as he withdraws the sun sword. And he looks very confident, and he smiles. As if you'd like to make a surprise round, please roll initiative. I will tell you this. Anything that is not red or black, as far as this thing and this thing, is alive. So right next to Captain Fear is a Drugar here with its Drake friend. And there's another Drugar here with its Drake friend. And these gentlemen, unfortunately, are dead.
So this is dead as well, or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Are
but
they dead
this one's
or
alive.
undead?
So hold on. Yes, that one's alive. This one's alive. That one's dead. This guy's alive.
I couldn't
Whatever
see that.
you're doing, we
You
can't,
can't
see.
see it.
Can't say it, no.
So
I'm
the-
not pressing anything.
Oh,
Sorry.
So the bright red ones are alive. The dark red ones are dead.
Correct.
Okay, and then these spectre-looking things are all dead.
Those are dead knights
Okay, and then there's
That's
only
right.
one wyvern or two,
so far.
but
Got
I,
it.
well, I can't see it. It's behind the image.
Just you should be able
should
to,
be able to see on the roof.
zoom out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's on the
It-
roof.
It's kind of buggy, with the because I have to keep the I have to keep everyone's pictures in the same place, so it just blocks out the
right.
top of everything.
Okay. Can you see it like here?
Yeah, I'm just asking if it's just the one or if there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It's
one. for
currently
now.
just the one.
Okay, okay.
As it just screams essentially in Dirt's face. Oh, dude, I haven't said dirt in so long.
Oh, dirt.
Bitch.
My guy.
My baby, oh, my boy.
You said the wyverns have saddles on them, yeah?
Yeah, there are Drugar strapped to the back of these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Yarnbjorn gives me additional damage to dragons. Does that count for wyverns or no?
Wyverns are dragons.
They are not.
They're
They're
not
cousins of dragons. They're
Yeah.
technically dragons.
Okay.
So, yes.
I do. Okay. I was just looking for clarification.
How dare you guys? I know how the monsters work. You know what?
I didn't know if they were.
60 points of psychic damage to Josh and Thor.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm kidding.
How
I'm
was it?
kidding. It's fine.
Someone has a
Fine.
vendetta against our
I was
family.
looking for clarification. So
Yeah.
I did the math right.
No, yes. Wyverns are technically dragons.
Heard.
Just like a drake would be of dragonkin.
Okay.
They're just lesser.
Got it. It's just not a dragon.
Like if you used Yarnborn on, say, like a dragonborn enemy, it's technically
Oh.
a dragon person.
Ow. That would hurt them.
Yes. So, I went ahead and I was able to roll for. Fuck. Okay, the captain. Do I have a 20 or higher?
21.
20.
21.
21. 21.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Okay, 15 or higher.
18.
Hell yeah.
You
Fuck,
caught my
what'd you
20, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he did.
Okay.
Thok, what'd you get?
You're
Stop.
muted.
14.
14. Nice.
Oh, it was a good round
Boxifer.
for us. Yeah.
And
wasn't
then
horrible.
I'm gonna put that there, and then I need to roll for enemies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool.
Pat knows
Cool,
his
cool, cool.
numbers.
11.
Shit.
I missed this guy because he's kind of hiding.
So Pat doesn't know his
Okay.
numbers.
He doesn't. No. Fuck.
Okay.
So these are just dead people. right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically we got Wyvern, Druga,
Drake.
Uh,
Drake.
Drake, Druga.
Drake
And,
looks
is this a knight that's alive, or is
He's
that
dead.
uh?
all the knights are dead.
all the knights are dead.
Okay, well this one's not quite whited out. That's why I was asking.
All the knights
So
are
I
dead,
wasn't-
and so are their families.
Oh my god.
Wow, that got real
That's pretty dark.
dark. I didn't see that coming.
That guitar belongs in a museum.
They belong in a museum.
What did you get again,
old
Alder? 18?
18, correct.
Cool. And all right, we got ourselves around. So we're stealthing in, or we're jumping in, baby.
I figure it was stealthing, right? Because Sif told us, Sue, sorry, not Sif. Sue told us to shut up, and we
So
sneaked.
roll a group stealth check.
That is a 25.
That one's caught.
Sue critted, and Manu got an 18 just for good measure.
11.
I got a 7.
What'd you
Bash
get, Thom?
Brothers.
I got a 10, and that was with advantage.
So, I will say, there will be a cutoff, but I feel like that isn't fair for the people that actually rolled really bad and then they're at the top of the initiative order. I'm the distraction. No. So, so actually, for the sneak attack round, I'm gonna give it to Alder and Sue.
Fair enough.
So-
Does do I need to roll for my satyrs as well?
God no. Do one for one if you want. Actually, no. I believe they go on your.
Yeah,
your
they're
turn.
going.
Okay.
Your, that's
That's
we
why I'm
did
So-
checking.
last time.
I totally forgot to put it. Let me fucking put in your fucking satyrs.
So,
So
I,
it's-
I have their stats and everything to keep track of everything for them. So
Perfect. So I recently just came up with I'm so fucking stupid that so I have like an NPC campaign in D&D Beyond, right? Just fucking now, I thought, you know what I should do in Roll20? I should just put a page of just blank, but just put all your tokens in there and just copy and paste them into the board. You know how much time I could save right now? You can tell how angry I am at myself
Yeah,
right
you
now,
can
right?
kind of tell.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Fuck you, Justin.
Alder, don't say it like that. Alder, how many satyrs are out?
4.
All right, we got Quattro. Who are the 4? Just so I
It's
know.
of course it's China, Pack, Hunter, and Jesse.
All right. So let me put them in here.
Santa. And Maria.
Paste. I'm just gonna put them here for now, so that way I can at least
Yeah,
give
they'll-
you what you call it, the
Control.
ability to manipulate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm gonna have them kind of stay back because it looks like this is gonna be a ranged fight to start. So
Okay. Pack. Alder. Okay, you have control of Pock.
okay. I'll move. Actually, I do not actually. I have. Oh, I do. Never mind. Just kidding.
I press the button. Okay, you have it for China because and then it's Sean and Hunter, right?
Well, actually, Hunter and Jesse.
Okay, you put Jesse James in there.
Oh, sorry. Road Dogg was always my favorite.
Team Rocket.
Really? With his white
I-
dreads?
Well, that's not the favorite part of him. His mic work was always hilarious to me.
Okay, Jesse, and that is all right.
Because anytime I summon them, he comes out by saying, "You better call somebody."
You should probably not do that because stealth.
I know.
So he
I
just
know, but-
whispers. He's like, "You better call somebody." And Pac is just in the back going, "I'm X-Pac. My thing is, I'm X-Pac." Because X-Pac's moron.
Yeah.
Okay, what else are we doing, Alder?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my spirit totem, and in doing so, I'm going to summon the spirit of the bear. So everyone that's within my aura, which is actually I should be able to put it about right here.
Mm-hmm.
I can move it within 60 feet. That's fine. So I want to keep it right there. Because 60 feet means it should hit Führer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I can put it within 60 feet of me. So never mind. It'll only hit people within a 30-foot radius. So if I put it here, put it here, 30 feet to him. It covers all of them. So that's what's.
That's short by 5 feet. When you drew it, it was short by 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm short by 5 feet. He's 35 feet. Okay, so no, I can't make it so it hits everybody. That's fine. So then I'll go ahead and just put it right here. Right here for now, so that way it covers our entire group. Everyone is going to get 17 temporary hit points added on.
Does that go away if we move out of the aura?
No, that goes based on when I cast it, you're in there to start.
Gotcha.
And it's therefore as a bonus action, I can move it around, which is going to be helpful because we're going to need that. It's sorry, I'm blanking as I'm trying to explain it. So yeah, you're going to get 17 additional hit points, and you're also going to have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, as long as you're within the aura. So keep that in mind. I'm going to cast that, and then for my surprise round, because where am I? I'm here. I'm going to, because I don't have a whole lot of spells left, I'm going to cast Ice Knife. I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick grab a raindrop from the sky, kind of like shake it to form a knife, and I'm going to attack at the wyvern. And yeah.
Okay.
So, haven't done a regular attack like this in a while. Cool. So 12 plus 10 is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit the wyvern, yes.
Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage, and he has to make a dexterity save for me.
Okay, let's see here. It got a 6, so what happens?
So then he takes 9 points of piercing and an additional 7 points of cold damage. And is there any? Yeah, 7 points of cold damage. So 16 points of damage altogether.
Hell yeah.
And because of the surprise round, my Seta is able to attack as well.
Real quick, Mike, I believe the secondary effect also hits enemies around the point of impact.
Yeah, but looking at where he's at, if I hit him like right here based on where I'm at, I don't know if it would catch this guy or not.
Oh, okay.
That's a DM question.
Because he's on the roof.
Yeah, because I believe it's only within 10 feet. Within 5 feet. So yeah, it's probably less likely since he's on the roof. And then if I get the attack with the satyrs as well, they are all going to take a short bow attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, I have a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
That's the highest that I rolled. The next highest after that was 13.
And you're hitting the wyvern or the Drugar?
The wyvern.
Wyvern. And you said you got a 13?
Yeah.
13 will hit.
13 hits as well. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
then in that case, does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay.
11 does not hit.
I just figured I'd ask. I mean, I didn't.
No, it's a fair question.
So. Then 9 and 5 points of piercing damage. So another 14 points from 2 of them because the other 2 missed.
Okay. You're just fucking chipping away, and it's a surprise round. Good job. Anything else, Alder?
No, because I gave everybody their temp hit points, and that applies to that'll literally apply to Thok, Sue, Thor, Loki, and the 4 satyrs. So
Nice. Okay. So, it is Sue's turn. So Sue is going to look at you, Thok, and she's going to take the trident off of her back, and she's going to say, "I know you have your stories, but we have a few things to catch up on our own." And she's going to smirk, and you're going to see her eyes, the pupils dilate, like they get wide and then they get really small. And you see her rip, her veins pop slightly as she chucks the fuck out of the trident at the wyvern. And she's going to do it reckless.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
As you just hear this kind of like guttural scream as you see the trident just fucking stick into the side of the wyvern. As let's see here, that is going to be when it's flown. Nice. Okay. And you see it stick, and it's in the side of this wyvern, and you actually see the way it hit is actually pinning the Druagar's like calf onto the wyvern from the trident.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So that's a lot of ouchies.
Ooh. I'm
And
impressed.
you see her crack her neck, and she just starts walking. 10, 15, 20, 30. She's making her way downtown.
walking fast.
Okay, so we will start at the top of the round. Thor.
Right. Thor is going to. I should probably select the thingy that I can move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to go here. Actually, I can wait to take my movement till after, right?
Correct.
1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Thor's going to pull out Yarnbjorn and just kind of point it in this direction, like right here. And he's going to cast Shatter
Okay.
at 2nd level.
Nice.
And they have to make all 4 of these beasts of whatever variety need to make con saves of
Okay.
15.
So just point the wyvern, obviously the Druagar
No, the wyvern's not in it. It's just this area. It's within 10 feet of here.
of here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say amongst this, this is the only guy that's alive here. There's a guy
this guy's
that's
not
alive
either.
here. No, that one's you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna just there we go. No more confusion. That's on me.
Got it. Okay, so that changes it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Nope, that's the wyvern. No, come back, wyvern.
Oh, we did it already. Hooray!
Success.
We've made it.
We are amazing.
Go us.
Why
we
they
are.
call-
We
We
are
are
strong.
strong.
And powerful, probably.
Heartache to heartache, we stand.
So while you're putting the wyvern back,
Yep.
it's just going to go right here. It's everything within a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep Fear out of it, but I don't actually have any attachment to him, so, whatever.
But Pat does.
Pat does, but Thor doesn't.
He doesn't
So-
yet,
Not yet.
because he's
Um,
a fucking charmer.
So those 3, the Drugar on the back of the wyvern, the Drake, this Drugar, and the wyvern itself need to make Constitution saves.
So that's 3 saves,
4.
4 saves.
Well, I think the
'Cause
other one.
Dirt's
the-
1.
I think the Drake is docked out there, so I don't think it's affected.
We'll say for
This one
brevity,
here.
this one's here. I'm gonna just say it's there because I'm tired of erasing them.
Understood.
There you go. This one's super red.
Super red. Okay.
That one's the mean one.
Okay, and it was a con save.
Yes.
So everyone but Dirt made their con save. Or I'm sorry, opposite.
Oh.
Dirk made his con save. Everyone else failed it.
That is 18 points of thunder damage.
Okay, and then it's half on a success.
Half on a success.
Okay.
34.
So
and
that's
then
9.
5, 6. So Dana is slowly making his way downtown, walking fast.
Da 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 da.
Correct. And he's also, because he can with his bonus action, he's going to have the wind pushed down.
Okay.
Because he can control the wind, so he's having it pushed down, making it a little more difficult if the wyvern's looking to like take off and fly.
Right.
And
Hell
that
yeah.
will end his turn.
Cool. We're all doing things. Speaking of doing things, Loki, what you doing?
Okay, so I've got a small handful of things.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to run up
I'm glad I
here,
have-
and as I run past the crew, I say, "Stop attacking the wyvern!" And I get as far as I can, and I cast Misty Step up to the wyvern.
Mhm.
And so I have a little bit of movement left, and I use my action to knock off the rider, and to the the wyvern I say, in Draconic or with speech of beast and leaf. I googled it. It said they do speak Draconic, but I
They
don't
do.
know. Okay, so in
They're like dogs. They can understand it. Also, I need you to make a strength check to see if you can push the tiny man with the trident in his leg off the wyvern.
Yeah, hold on. I saw something. I think I get some sort of bonus on strength. Wait, no, that was Mike's thing, right?
Within the aura of the
Yeah,
bear.
you've stepped
Yeah,
outside of the
outside of
aura of
the
the bear.
Oh, okay. So
But
just,
he can move the bear.
I can move it, just not on my not until my turn.
yeah. So
Shove
you
him.
said strength,
Whatever.
correct? Strength
Correct. You got to see if you can push him off.
check. 18.
Let me see if you can stay on. Hold on.
Oh no, you just pushed a small man to his death.
Oh no.
He got less than an 18. So the trident digs in, and it is still sticking on the wyvern. And the Drugar's leg is on the wyvern.
Oh,
The
no.
Drugar is not on the wyvern.
Savage.
As you see him fall off, and he's gonna bleed out. He's gonna do some cool things, but
The Drugar?
Oops, that's the wrong one. Yes, the
Oh,
Drugar
fuck
is
the
gonna
Drugar.
fall. Hold on, copy, and then I'm just gonna put this one here. He's still alive, if you call that living.
That's fine. He'll bleed out.
He's got
So
one
what-
leg.
What are you
so-
saying to the wyvern?
I say, join us if you, and I can stop you getting attacked, as I start trying to mount him.
Perception check, or I'm sorry, not perception, persuasion.
Persuasion.
Come on, Silver Tongue.
Silver tongue. 23.
Silver Tongue.
It looks at you. Its eyes furrow, and it puts its head down. As you mount the wyvern.
Yeah, fuck you, Drew guy.
He's like, my name isn't Drew. That's presumptuous. I don't call you Guy. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Joshua was racist.
The whole time?
So I will tell you this. Periodically, I'm going to have the wyvern make checks to see if it's still going to be under your control. But as of right now, you got a wyvern buddy.
Yes. Okay. So
Anything else?
I'm mounted on this wyvern, and
Yeah.
that's all I can do. That's my entire turn. So
Okay. So as you do that, it is the captain's turn. And you see him and he gets up and he's like, okay, my ears are ringing. That hurt.
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The blonde one's saying a thing. It doesn't matter, blonde one. And he is going to look up at the wyvern and he's like, and then there's, okay, great, we have that one, but what about the other one?
I'm just giving him a thumbs up.
What?
What other one?
Huh? And he's going to look up in the air. Let's fucking see if he sees the second one.
Thor's gonna turn and look at Thok and just be like, this guy's not very bright, is he? He's not. And that's a lot coming from me.
I mean, he's a kid. Well,
He's 20. Not a kid
He's
anymore.
not a
To
child.
me, he's a kid.
I mean, you're all kids to me, technically. So
And me.
Speak for yourself.
I mean
You're
what I
not
said.
wrong.
I'm like a moody teenager.
You're like, what, 300? That's nothing.
215.
You're so younger.
Almost 216.
Oh, shit. Oh, right. I wrote down that it's your birthday coming up.
There's gonna be a sweet 16.
Oh. We need a filler episode.
I can't
Alder's
wait
birthday
for Alder's
party.
Sweet 216.
Sweet 216.
Brought to you by MTV.
Can we have a tangential filler episode where the three of us try to bake
Yes.
Alder a cake and
Yes.
we get into hijinks?
It's gonna be gonna be a podcast. But
Yeah.
yes, we're gonna do that. But like he cooks for us, so we're gonna cook for him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like an office style, like we're just gonna interview guys. And Thor's just like, well, I thought when we started cracking the eggs that, they were gonna be for like there was just gonna be protein, but there was an egg in one and I felt like there was a bird in one and I felt like bad. And I
Bead.
didn't know what to do with it. And
Felt
so
like
I felt
bad.
beat about the other ones because I didn't know if they were like dead. Anyway.
I ate 'em, just for life.
Yummy. So he yum. He rolled a natural 18. So let's see his investigation. That is a modded 20. So you see the captain's eyes furrow, and he looks around, and you see him with the sword, and it looks like he's counting as he's looking around, and his eyes eventually fixate as our second buddy is going to land here. Hold on.
Oh.
They have to move from the lair. Choke him there. As it crushes down to Captain Greer. And he is currently, well, I wouldn't say this gentleman is friendly anymore, but this one is. So Fear is going to. Oh man, I missed this character. He is going to slice into the Drugar, and he's going to move forward and try to slice into the other Wyvern. Meanwhile, Loki, if you want to be like, yeah, you see that? That's going to be you.
It could
That's
be
you if you
don't pay
betray us.
attention.
That's you if you hurt my feelings again.
Yeah, and I'm very sensitive.
So,
Too sensitive, even.
Hey,
The
shut the
first
fuck
hit-
up.
I'll fucking kill you.
We just
Talos just comes
on
out of nowhere. You don't talk to my brothers that way. No. So he's gonna miss with his first hit. He's gonna misjudge the Drugar. He's like, okay, don't forgot you were that short. And the Drugar's like, hell. But with the second one, he got us a natural 18. And we all remember what happens on a hit.
Murder.
Murder. No, more than murder.
Muck duck.
Muck duck.
Oh no, not Muck Duck.
You guys, I don't know what muck duck means.
It's like boring.
Italian.
It's boring murder.
Let's see here. How many slots? How many shrimp do you have to eat?
Oh, he's gonna smite. But it's a Drugar.
He's not smiting on the Drugar.
Oh.
He hit
Missed
the
the
He
Drugar.
missed the Drugar, and he moved forward towards the Wyvern.
Got it.
Got to eliminate the other threat. Thinking small, my guy.
Too many cooks.
Yeah. By the way, this is not a deadly level encounter. By the way,
I can tell by how you are just trying to kill stuff with dirt.
I mean it's dirt. He's not gonna not try. I killed my main favorite character last session.
I need some
You get
fear.
to have fun today.
I was gonna say, obviously, I'm not pulling punches anywhere. So that is gonna be.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Break me
Break
off a
me-
piece of that
mistake.
wyvern tail.
Don't. Well, actually, wyvern tails are only. Alder would know this. Wyvern tails are incredibly, incredibly poisonous, and they can kill you really easily. Hence the getting punched in the chest thing. So you see this blade get brighter as it slices into the second wyvern as it kind of shrieks. And okay, it is now the second wyvern's turn, and it's gonna go for obviously dirt. Because
That makes sense.
it's a fair. So it's gonna do
a bite sting. Okay. So the bite hit, but the sting didn't. Because I rolled a natural 2. But this
Quality.
bite though.
It's gonna be. I don't know why I'm saying it out loud, but I'm not gonna tell you the damage.
That's
It
fair.
did
I respect that.
damage.
It
Okay.
did damage amount of damage.
There's a lot of
It's a
damage.
lot of damage.
Not much. That much damage, Phil. Okay. It is now Alder's turn.
Woo! All
You
right,
back.
so we out here, fam.
Not
So
true.
Alda is going to, with his memory of Wyvern, does he remember if they're like can do anything with fire or have any resistances or anything like that?
They do not have like any resistances to fire that you normally find with the dragon.
Okay.
Wyverns don't have a usual resistance or a immunity to anything. So if you hit it with acid, ice, it doesn't have any known resistances.
Gotcha. Okay. So then I am going to keep myself where I'm at, and I'm going to cast Produce Flame and throw a little fireball at the one that Firo just attacked.
Okay. So Wyvern 2.
That's a 12 to hit?
12 does not hit.
Damn. Okay, in that case, I will instruct the satyrs to wrong button, not the arrow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think that's all the movement that they have. Let me double check. Oh, they have 40 feet of movement, actually.
Fire friends. Yeah, but aren't they ranged? Aren't they bow? If you get too close.
Not entirely.
Got it.
So China can't reach, but Hunter and Pack should be able to. And I messaged you. I don't have control over Jesse. He's currently under the wyvern on the ground. So he also would not be able to hit, but the other two of them can, and they're going to make a short sword attack.
Okay.
And they don't have any like pack tactics or anything like that. So I got a 15 for the first one,
Okay, 15 will hit.
and a natural 20 for the second one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so that's 4 points of slashing damage on the first,
Okay.
and the critical is 9 points.
Hey.
Hey, damage is damage.
That's still damage, dude. Exactly.
That's not a lot of damage.
not a lot of damage.
Hey, we're not counting here. What's 3 inches, right?
That's a lot in my book.
So, before we move forward, do we want to end and then pick up next session?
So, my thought is I like not coming into a battle at the beginning of an episode just because it doesn't have the same like excitement.
I'm cool with
But
that.
that's just my feeling.
Okay. Do we want to clean
Yeah.
up shop and then we'll move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll finish it with the end of the battle.
Okay.
I'm cool with
Especially
that.
since I don't like ending a session before my turn after people die.
Carlos has PTSD. All right. It's going to be a long one.
Wait, who died?
Dude,
Shut up. Loki died. You take 50,000.
Oh no.
Roll 3d6.
Speaking of bad, of being too slow, Thok, you're up.
Thanks.
That's so
Seeing
weird, Mr.
Sue,
Doc. I don't feel good.
seeing Sue do that shit, I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, impressive. Two of us can play that game, and Eclipse is gonna start shining, and my hair is gonna start changing gold as I rage, and I am going to. Oh, that's not the select tool.
I did
That's
that.
the select tool. I'm gonna move over her and take Eclipse and start slicing at the wyvern.
Go ahead and roll your attack, please. Yeah, clear comes. Welcome to NPR
Clear comms.
D&D battle. Hey, guys, can you clear comes?
Do I have advantage since I'm flanked with Fuhrer?
Yes, darling. He is a friendly
Do you like that?
24.
24 hits. And you see Dirt's eyes light up the minute he sees you. As you just, boom, you swing down.
That's 14 damage.
Okay.
Oh, no, lie. Plus 5.
Why
So
would
19 damage. Lie, because I'm raging.
Okay.
21 damage.
101.
What a fucking
One.
liar.
21. And he's wounded.
Good. I'm glad he's in this predicament. Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
So this Drahake is going to go towards Pak. Because Pak kind of might look like something it could bite.
It probably does look like that.
Does have, Pak has, I mean, it's fucking Xbox, guys. It's fine.
He's just like, I made a sex tape once.
And China's like, shut up about that. Does a 7 hit?
No.
Okay, I'm rolling a second attack because they have 2 attacks.
Now. They didn't, but they do now.
Does a 7 hit now? No. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, 16 hits.
Alright, it's going to be a whopping 5 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as Pog gets bit by the Drake.
Done
And
got
then
beat.
it is going to be the Wyvern 1's turn. And it's going to roll a con check to see if... Or you know what? No. Loki, roll an animal handling check to see if you can coax Wyvern 2 to still be your buddy.
He's my best friend.
All right. Hurtful.
My second best friend. 16. Wait, that's Dremel. Sorry. Hold on. 16.
16. Yep. You're good. Then it is Sue's turn.
Do I not
Yay.
get to control the wyvern at all?
You can control the Wyvern on your turn. I'll give him as your movement.
Okay. Can I
That
use
means
his
you
attacks
let-
and stuff too?
Yes.
Yes. I'm a god.
I am a golden god.
You are a god? I don't understand.
I know, but the more I say it, the more I feel it.
Oh, we already established this.
I thought you were aware already that you... Never mind.
Look, I like the
So-
journey.
Sue is going to go back, and you see her, and she's going to pull out her... her rage is going to drop, which is fine. And she's going to pull out her crossbow, like a pocket crossbow, like it pulls out, spreads out, and she's going to try to shoot Wyvern 2 in the eye stalk. In the eye.
Ow.
Wait, mine?
Not yours, the other one.
Mine?
Oh, I thought you said Wyvern 2 was mine. That's why I was confused and scared and
No,
hurt. a
Wyvern
little
1
bit.
is yours.
Why
Okay.
is her rage dropping?
Because she's not doing a melee attack.
It only ends if
You
I
have
thought
to
you could
do
still-
either take damage, so rage ends if you're knocked unconscious, your ends turn and you haven't attacked a hostile oh,
yeah.
So-
it doesn't have to be a melee.
okay. I guess she can still be in a rage while shooting. I mean, Florida, am I right? So she got a nat 15, so that will hit Bay. And nice, you got max damage. And you just see this fucking bolt just go right into the wyvern's eye as it screeches. Let me just make sure she doesn't have any bonus actions. besides, raging. No, she doesn't. Okay. It is now. I mean, fuck the Drew guy, right?
Am I
Thor-
right?
Thor, you're back up.
Great. I'm going to go here
Yeah.
and also attack the wyvern. Twice. I'm gonna make 2 swings. 18 for the first,
18 will hit.
and 17 for the second.
17 will also hit.
Tight. I love when stuff like that happens. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 5 is 19 for the first hit.
Okay, 19.
I'm gonna re-roll those. Fuck. 14. So another 19. So 38 total.
Okay. How do you want to kill it?
I just want to decapitate it.
Okay. You
From
just
its
get
butt?
up.
Yeah, from its butt. That's real strength.
You run up and you just push the Drugar that's on it, and you just boom.
And I turn. Once I land and the creature falls to the
Superhero
ground and
landing.
the Drugar is in front of me, I turn and I look at him and I just say, "Run."
Okay. It is Loki's turn.
Hello. So, the winds that you did, Thor, are those still up?
Yeah,
So what does that do to my flying
I mean-
speed?
not a lot. That would be a DM question because I just made it like the wind push down. But if you were like, "Hey, stop that," I would have done it.
Because I
Um,
believe the wind's like to do it is like a free action to stop
Something like
it,
that.
correct?
Yeah,
That's
or a bonus action, but I didn't use my bonus action, so.
okay. That's a you.
Just have to
I'm not.
tell me.
That's up to you. I when I ran past, I said to stop attacking the wyvern. So, and I'm sure you saw me mount it. So I don't know what you would have done. But also, DM, does it matter if the wind's going?
Oh, actually, it's till the end of my next turn. It's
Oh, so
something
it-
I have to do continuously.
Okay, so it's gone now.
I can use the rain as a bonus action, and the wind I can use a bonus action each round to choose the direction. But I didn't say anything this round, so I would assume that it would end.
So
Okay.
I would assume that I would say the wind is not a blowing as fast.
Okay. Then what I would like to do is fly with the wyvern over here. Use my first attack, the claw attack, on this guy right here. Which I
Fuck that
believe.
guy.
What's up?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, that's a Jirake.
I think it's. I pulled up a. Are we just using the standard wyvern block?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll attack with that. Does a 17 hit?
17 will hit. What are you hitting? Bite or stinger?
Claw, because I'm flying.
Okay. Go ahead and do your claw.
Where's my 8? There it is. 2 plus 7, 9 plus 4, 13
Okay, minus 13
of piercing
then-
damage.
of piercing, and then you have 2 attacks with the wyvern.
Yeah, so I'll keep moving, and then here I'm going to use the stinger on this guy because he's alive, right?
That
not.
is
No,
that's a knight.
That's a knight. and
That's
he's dead.
not. That gentleman's not alive.
Oh,
Get rid of him. I'm just
Okay.
gonna get rid of all the dead people. I'm sorry.
okay. So
If
then
I did.
I will also use my stinger on this guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Go for it.
which will be does a
The
15
stinger
hit.
splash. 15 will hit.
Okay, so it takes 3 plus 5, 8 plus 4, 12 points of piercing damage, and it
And
needs
give
to
him
do
poison.
a 15 DC Constitution saving throw.
How much of piercing? You said 13 or 12?
12.
12. Okay. It needs to make a con save. Gonna kill my little boy.
I know, little boy.
Uh-oh, he just got a 12.
All right.
Tell him how
Come on
many
now. Oh,
d6s it is.
It is 7d6 of poison damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that, you're just gonna
Don't
fucking
get
eviscerate
stabbed
that
by the
thing.
tail.
2, One. I only have 1d6. Sorry, guys.
Ew.
I know. Poor
Get
people.
more dice, you idiot.
And you call yourself a dice goblin?
7, 10,
I've
11,
never said that.
13,
Should
14,
start and
20.
then get more dice.
Okay, so he takes 20 points of poison damage.
It is hanging on by a fucking thread. It's like, kill me.
Perfect. Then, as I continue using my movement, Loki will shoot a chill touch back at him.
At the drink.
At the Drake.
Yeah, man.
Does a 21 hit.
Yeah, you know it hits. Just give me the
I know
fucking
it
damage.
does.
Just tell me how you want to do it.
The chill touch coming out of my chest and protruding from my hand goes and just grabs his head with so much force that it rips it off, and then it's just lying next to the body.
Just like a fucking fatality.
Like a fatality. And then with the rest of my movement, I take myself and my Drake, which I can't move, over here, and I land it so that it's facing the body of the other Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of whisper, if you betray us, you're next. In Draconic.
Okay. And it nods its head. So, back to the captain. Captain is just going to wail into this fucking Drugar. Okay. So both will hit there, and then I'll just say he chokes up, so that way we'll just make our way with damage. Making our way with damage.
Dun, 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 dun.
Damage and I'm damaged.
Damage.
Damage.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's not that much damage, Phil. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Damage.
You make me mad, Phil. And he just immediately, he's able to decapitate this Drugar with just pure light. He got 33 points of damage, and the Drugar has a max of 33 points of damage of health. So it didn't go well for him.
Bad day at the office.
And then I'm just going to second wind it, and I'm going to have him go for the other one.
Oh, action surge, cool guy.
Or action surge, sorry. It's almost like he's a fighter and a paladin. Yield.
Weird.
Got natural 14, natural 19. He hits.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
This guy going
fuck.
die.
And then I'm going to have him smite at a level 3.
Perfect. Just for 4d8.
It's for flair.
Good times. Good times. Great fun. Chuck E. Cheese.
Where a kid can be a kid.
A kid can be a kid. You know?
Thanks for hanging out with us on Twitch. Take a look out for my band, Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Oh my god.
Coming soon. You're rolling your eyes. It's actually happening. It's weird.
They recycle pizzas. That's no bullshit.
There are album covers already.
There are 2 album covers. Josh, do you remember the names of the album covers while I add these up?
Oh, no, but I remember how they look, kind of.
So one is Charles Entertainment Cheese, Powerful Rats. And the second one is Charles Entertainment Cheese, Someone Nutted in the Rat Suit.
Gross.
I'm not a part of any of this.
It's very gross. Okay, so with that, that is 29. And that is without adding 14. So he decapitates the other one. And he kind of springs back. Thok, you noticed this? Last time you saw Dirt, not only was he just 13, but he wasn't as like springy as he is. It's almost like he's an acrobat at this point, of just bouncing between. He's able to kind of bob and weave under things as he dodges. And it is Alder's turn.
What's left standing?
This gentleman,
The guy I told to run.
yes, this gentleman, he's just super wed. These two, but they probably will run, and then
No, he's over here with
No,
me.
he's on. Yeah, that one. The big one on the.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I
I'm
get
aware.
control of him so I can hang out with him like a friend?
These are going to be post-campaign question or post-session questions. But Alder, what you doing?
All right, I'm gonna move the all of the Degeneration X to well, I moved 3 of the 4 to attack surround the Drugar to attack it. So they're all gonna go ahead and take a swipe.
Okay.
So first one's attack is a 17.
17 will hit.
Then I have a 21.
21 will hit.
19.
Yeah, 19 will hit.
And the last one is an 11. So
11 will not hit.
okay, so
They
that's
are armored.
7 points of damage, 4 points of damage, so 11, and another 7 points of damage, so 18 points of damage from the satyrs. And they all just start making this weird gesture like this as they're doing it.
Oh my god, are you crotch chopping? I don't have the cameras up.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to move the aura so it's more around here with my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a couple steps up, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a little ball of flame at it with produce flame, which is 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 will hit. But
Okay, so that's 3d8. So that's fucking awful. Fucking 7 points of fire damage. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4.
don't beat yourself up too much. It's still fucking damage.
I know, no, it's obviously it's still alright, but at the same time I'm just sitting here. I'm like,
It's a little bit of damage.
I had 5 attacks on it.
It's not
4 of
looking
which-
great, by the way.
I know,
It's
but
not-
that's the thing is, you told us what the hit points on it are, so I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm like, wow, that's really embarrassing.
He's not doing well.
It's not a lot of damage.
So it is Drake 1's turn. So I'm gonna see if he can make his way through. Shit. That's not a D20. That was a D10. And what was your save with it?
Oh,
Go ahead and roll a an animal handling check.
Animal handling, yeah.
It was kinked. 15.
Okay. It looks at you, and you both have a mutual understanding currently. As you both made 15s. As it looks at you, and you're like, and you just see the tail go, You're like the new odd couple. You're like this guy. And he's like
This
that
guy.
guy. I'm gonna kill you, and you're like,
Not if I kill you first.
You son of a bitch.
take that, you some bitch. And the Drugar is gonna the one that's fucked up. He is gonna try to cheese it like it's nobody's business. He's gonna take those words, baby. So 4 opportunities of attack.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit. What'd you
Cool.
get?
20. I got a 22 on one, a 13 on another, and then 16's the other highest that I have.
Damage.
Okay. Just tell me how, as a unit, Degeneration X wants to take down this Drugar. Because now you're an
Crush
honorary
attack.
member of DX.
I take his hit and I just fuck it.
Yeah, just skull fuck him. I
on
skull
brand.
fuck him.
It's pretty much they're just gonna trip him and be like, start laughing at him, and then just say, "We got 2 words for you," and then Thor, we're gonna point out to you, and we're gonna say, "Come on, say it, say it, say it."
Suck it.
Right through the head. But he's unsure how he feels. Suck it.
I didn't like that.
You learn to love it. Don't worry. When we turn face, it's gonna be great.
I don't know what that means, so.
This is all canon. This is all canon.
It's
They
all
all
canon.
say that to Thor, and Thor's like, what? Turn face? What does that mean?
This is jokes strictly for Justin because I know he's the only person who gets it.
I am so upset, but also super happy at the same time. This was the dumbest decision to give you druid powers. So you can abuse them to make Degeneration X. If you told me a year ago. Anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna have these two fucking cheese it. 10, 15, 20. They're off the board.
No, they're not. I can see him.
Yeah, I can see him
Shut
too.
up. That's because they're past that. So, with that, Loki, you are currently on top of a wyvern. I need next session for you to have a name for them.
Yes.
And we will end it there.
Well, much cheerier than the way we ended last episode.
Oh yeah. Hey, turn off the rain too, if you would,
No,
please.
I got that.
I like
Level
it.
up.
I wanna know.
Thanks, Dad.
Have I seen
So,
the
guys, thank you for hanging out and watching another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer. We will be back next week with an all-new episode. But first, before we depart, Josh,
Oh yes, brother dearest.
would you like to read some names?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Some names.
So, big old thank you to another TV viewer, Atten, Commander Root, Devlin07, Gandalf the Babe, Silly Gnome 225. Thank you, Deadman96, for following us before the stream, which is impressive. Thank you, Mike from Florida, for subscribing 10 months. 10 months Mike has done it, so thank you very much. We appreciate you. I know you're in the group, but I want to shout
Totally
it out.
not me. It's somebody else.
Yeah, it's someone else.
Up history.
It's fucking someone else, dude.
And then thank you, Kicked Out of the Hood, for cheering 100 bits. And I think there's one other person that I missed. Maybe that was Kicked Out of the Hood. I think that, yeah, that's everyone. Okay, cool. Oh, Perry Pigeon. Perry Pigeon was here at the beginning asking about Tom Brady. And I don't know sports, guys. He's at the Bucks.
Fuck
I took
Tom
him in my fantasy football. That's what I got. So thank you, Perry the Pigeon, for bringing that up. That's it. I'm done. You can go now.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.